All right. All right. So I want to welcome everybody to season 4 of Memories of Us podcast. And we're kicking it off in a different way this year or in this season. I got my friend Mike with me, and Mike has this amazing story. One that, you know, it just brings tears to your eyes. But Mike also has a really great gift. Mike is a tattoo artist. This man has been in magazines. He's tattooed famous people. He's traveled the world, and today he's going to be tattooing me as he's telling this story. And I just want to say thank you, Mike, for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. And yeah, I'm gonna. Can you tell our audience a little bit more about who Mike is?
Where do you want me to start off at?
Well, tell people where you're from originally.
I am from San Jose, California. I was out there as a child. My mother and father didn't get along very well, so my brother and I and my mom, she tossed us on a Greyhound bus, and we came to Colorado, and we started living with some family, and then we just derived from here.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Now you have traveled the world doing
All over,
tattoos, man.
yes.
And what was that like?
It's fucking hectic, man. like serious, man. Like honestly, like it's okay. So it's like super exciting. You get to meet new people. You get to meet like just everybody, and the kindness and generosity is really cool. But
Right.
being in this industry is a very rough and tough industry, man. There's a lot of criminals in this situation, like a lot of bad things that happen going on, being a tattoo artist, but my mother, she got pissed off when she found out I was a tattoo artist, man, later on in years.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but because I was a little boy that was, I had only a couple things in my life that I really loved. My mom, my houses,
Okay.
my bikes, and drawing and painting. And my mom taught me how to draw and paint. So when I became a tattoo artist, she was like, "Michael, I didn't teach you that." And I'm like, "What? Yes, you did. Like, I am this because of you."
Right.
And she changed her whole attitude on it. She cried. It was great. Not that she cried, but you know what I mean? Like, she understood.
Right. That was a sense
And
of
now she
understanding.
hands out my business cards.
Okay. So
Pretty
that's
cool. Different change of life, man, right there.
and I just want to back up a little bit because take us along the journey from when you was a child.
All right.
Because we all have this story, and yours is freaking amazing. And I know we sit down, we talked about it outside of this. Like, I'm surprised we're still here, right?
Oh, no, man, we good. You already know that, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised we're still here, man.
Yeah.
And I think what I'm saying, this is a very special occasion. Because not only are you sharing your story with me for the first time, but what a lot of people don't know, I'm also actually coming up on the anniversary of my son, which marks 6 years. June 18th marks 6 years. So this tattoo that he's given me today kind of symbolizes in so many ways the walk, and plus I'm a Leo as well, and what a lot of people don't know, and some people who do know, I have these tattoos that's been on me for almost 30 years. And he's given me a brand new start. As he's telling his story. So I want everybody to join in and with us today, man, and let Mike take us on this ride with him. All right. And Mike.
All right, man. So you wanna go way back when I was little, or
yeah, let's talk about your childhood, man.
all right. So like I had mentioned earlier, my mom, she's a wonderful person, My dad was very abusive, but you know what? He ended up being just such a wonderful person in the end. He, like I look back at things and you say, hindsight, like you didn't know back then,
Right.
but like now you understand it better. So yeah, we lived in like trailer houses and like really shitty situations,
Right.
just terrible places. But we always had family there to help us, our grandmothers, grandfathers, and my aunts and uncles and things like that. They were always there, and we were constantly moving around. We were like just here and there and here and there. And finally, my mother, she started working, which is awesome, but she had 3 jobs. She held 3 jobs down, and just to support me and my brother. And she worked her damn ass off,
Mm-hmm.
and she became a really, really wonderful mother. She always was.
Right.
But, when you get in trouble when you're a little kid, you don't think your mom's that cool.
Well, no, because we get the hand.
Yeah,
or the belt.
yeah.
We're getting that little butts hand.
Because that's real. That's
for real, man. That's for real.
But I was always an artist because my mom taught me. She taught me some really, really beautiful things in different ways, of like interpreting things and looking at art and style and just actually even life.
Right.
So what I did was I sponged that shit up, man, and I still use it to this very day and all of my thinking processes as well. We had a tough childhood. I was a little shithead, man, and I would start like fights. I was a little thief. I did terrible things, man. I was just a little asshole, but it caught up with me. And it actually kind of paved the way in some weird, sick sort of way, because I got in trouble, and I'm glad that I got in trouble.
Right.
I mean, it made me happy, because I was like, well, fuck, man, at least someone's paying attention to me, But I used to do some pretty terrible things. I was in several foster homes, and it's pulling up to teenage years here, because my childhood was younger. It was just pretty much the same. It was just always, this, that, and violence and getting beat and things like that is just not all right. You don't ever hit your children.
Right.
It's just, you just don't,
Yeah.
But as it progresses, I decided I was going to be this asshole, and I started going to jail, as a very young child, 12 years old, the first time I was locked up, then 13, 14, 15, and on into my 30s, of just destruction within myself. But as I was younger, I was 17 years old, and I was in a foster home, and my foster parents were amazing. These people were just fantastic to me. Anything I wanted. They'd buy me guitars all the time. And like just wonderful people. Well, they surprised me about 2 months before my 18th birthday, and they said, "Okay, now we just got you an apartment, and it's time to be a man. It's time to grow up. It's time to do this for yourself." They got me a 2-bedroom apartment in the town directly next to them, because I was in Louisville, and then they got me a place in Lafayette. So I was just minutes away from them. But it really honed me. It taught me how to be responsible. Like, hey man, these are the things that you got to do. You have a home.
Right.
So that pulled me out of a lot of depression. It pulled me out of a lot of problems that I had in my life, because I got to be this responsible person.
Right.
And it felt great, But then, I started laxing and throwing parties there and keggers and just being like, and I had to cut that. But the way I got into tattooing, there was a guy, his name was Ron. I'll never forget this cat. He was the coolest. He came over to one of my parties one day, and he had seen me drawing, and I was just like slamming out some pictures and whatever. And he, for some weird reason, had his tattoo equipment on him. I had no idea. I just barely met this cat.
Right.
And he's like, you know what, man? He said, you're kind of a natural. Like, you gotta do this.
Right.
I said, nah, man, I'm afraid. Like, I don't want to, and he's like, come on, man. He's like, you got this. He's like, let me look at all your art. So I was showing him everything. while everybody else is partying, I'm still being the artist. You know,
Right.
I'm still drawing and like whatever. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And he brought his tattoo equipment in and he plugged all his stuff in and he said, "Hey man, so you ever tattooed anybody before?" It's like, no. So he pulls out a stencil and he taught me how to slap it on his arm. And he's like, "All right, dude, you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do this right now for me." And it was a trip, man. I was like, "What the fuck?"
It's like being thrown in straight with the wolves, man. Like, you're gonna do it, and you really don't have a choice.
Yeah.
So here you go.
Yeah, you're like, "You ain't got no choice, motherfucker. You do it." So I was like, and everybody's looking at me, and they're just like, "Oh, what's up, Mike? Fuck you guys, man." But I actually did this tattoo on him, and it was one of his own stencils. It came out. I mean, obviously, it came out pretty okay, because he was like, "Dude, I'm gonna start teaching you how to tattoo now." And what's really crazy? He had left that day, and him and his sister would always come over, would always hang out. Man, they were my normals. They were my people. They were always there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he told me one day, he's like, "Hey, man, I probably ain't gonna see you for a couple of days." He's like, "But I got something for you." And it was weird, so I didn't see Ron for a couple of days. And I'm like, "What the fuck's going on, man?" And he came to my house, man, and he just had this box, and it was just full of tattoo equipment that he actually handmade. So this is like, we're talking like old joint shit, man.
Right. Right.
But I mean, this shit was precision, and he gifted it to me, and he said, "Hey, man, this is for you. You need to have this because you need this in your life, man." And then he made me sit down and tattoo him again. So,
I mean,
I ended up covering that cat, man, and like, oh yeah, man.
Nice. So you had a great mentor. You started off with someone that saw your talent and was like, I'm gonna teach him how to capitalize on this.
Yeah.
And
but that fucker threw me into it.
I was like, yeah,
there you go.
That's normally how it goes. I mean, honestly, man, that's normally how it goes, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's how we got started.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I remember when I first started drawing, and I had the same thing. Like, no one taught me. I'm self-taught.
Yep.
Right. And it happened when I was a kid, and I used to, teacher, you're in class, and they go, "Oh, try doing stick figures." And for some odd reason, when I did the stick figures, I was looking. Now, there's a distinct difference between the people, that I'm seeing, and then the stick figures, and I didn't feel right about it, right? And I was like, so when the teacher asked me, I had wrote on my paper, and I got in trouble for it because I was like, "These don't look like people. These do not look like people." So she thought I was being a smart ass, right? And
okay,
so
I get you.
my mom, when I had to take her home and everything, right? And so I told my mom, and I thought I was going to get in trouble, but I didn't.
Right.
And it was just crazy because my mom was like, "Why would you write this?" I was like, "Honestly, Mom, I'm being honest. Like, it doesn't look like people." I said, "Mama, the stick figures don't look like people."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Well, if they don't look like people, why don't you draw them to look like people?"
Damn right.
And so I started mimicking people. I would see people, and I had this amazing memory that I would sit down and I would go over it and over and over and over again until I got it right. And then I learned about, I taught myself how to shade. I taught myself how to do outlines and things like that to make pictures because I wanted it to look like an actual person. And I never understood why, but I knew that if a person balled up their fist or had the hand like this or whatever they're doing, there were certain wrinkles.
You want to capture it.
And I wanted to capture it, right? And everyone has one of those wrinkles. I know have some shading into it. I know it has shadow. And so I started teaching myself that way. And Mom, she really supported it. And I started this ever since I was a youngin', right? Ever since I was young. Drawing on the walls.
Oh, shit, dude. Me too, man. I get my ass in trouble.
Oh man!
Dude, I started spray painting my walls, man. With stencils. My mom kicked the shit out of me. She was like, "What are you doing, Michael?"
It sounded like we both had the same problem.
We had the same mom, dude.
Man, it sounded like they were sisters, man. Like, hold on. But I appreciate the space to be creative
Most definitely.
and everything because it made more sense to me, and I never understood why. And but I do come from a long line of uncles and aunties who drew.
So that's cool. A very artistic background.
Right, and it was things that was revealed to me throughout my childhood, like, oh, my uncle used to draw, and things like that. And so I just knew that, I don't know, I just wanted to see how far I can take it,
Damn right.
And I was
Damn
really
right.
heavy into comic books.
Haha. So was I.
Yeah, I was really heavy into comic books, man.
Yeah.
And I remember looking in the newspaper, and they have like the little adventures of Spider-Man and the little comic book
Do
section.
you remember the little one? It was like draw me, and if you draw me, you send it in, you get like a free scholarship.
Yeah.
I don't know how many fucking times I did that. I never got shit.
I won twice.
It was fun though. Did you really?
I won twice.
Damn it, man! You
And
did better than I did.
I just never did anything with it. Like I thought it was just. I mean, I'm a kid.
Sure.
Who's going to believe that I just drew this?
Everybody.
Right?
Everybody.
Well, only those who knew me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until later on in life, when I started getting in trouble in school, I would do all my schoolwork, and I would sit there, and the teacher would be talking, but all my schoolwork is done because
that same thing in your drawing, and then you get in trouble for it.
And I get in trouble for it, right? And I was just like, and I got in so much trouble for it. I was just like, man, how am I getting in trouble? But this is what I enjoy doing. So I always respect artists. I remember artists like Gorbachev, and he was an excellent illustrator, dude. I just remember just going and just studying his work and just fantasizing, and then I would have things in my head, and I started drawing my own stuff. Yep. Right, and that became amazing. And then
inspirations,
from there, it was inspiration, man. But if my mom knew then how I got my comic books, she probably would whip my butt.
You were ripping them off, huh?
No, I was.
Okay, so was I, dude.
Yeah, the new market mall.
Right down my shirt, throw my shirt, like what?
Man, I had two buddies I used to roll with, and we used to go up there, man. And and we go straight to the comic book section, right? We kind of like spread out and stuff like that. Yeah. The next thing you know, yeah, we got comic books all in a waistband and stuff like that. And it was freaking crazy, dude. And I would take them home and sit up there and read them. Then I had first editions of a lot of other comic books, and like Superman and X-Men, Avengers, the X Factor, things like that. And I had first editions that was still in the plastic.
Oh wow!
And I think I said, oh my God, forgive me for this, but I had over 4,500 comic books, like in boxes, still in pristine condition.
Damn, dude.
And when I left home, I don't know what happened to either one of them. But also, leads into the next stories, right? You know what I'm saying? Because we kind of walked similar paths along the way, getting in all the trouble, hanging out with the wrong people. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. So let's talk about that a little bit.
What you want to? What you got?
Want to start putting this on if you want?
Yeah.
We'll talk.
So what you wanna hook this up right now?
Yeah, if we can. We just do it while we talk.
We can talk and we can do it at the same time.
Yeah, because I think this is where is.
So we're talking about like when I started getting in trouble.
Yeah. Because we talked a little bit more about that. Hell, we even know some of the same people.
Oh yeah.
Which
is fucking weird.
Which is weird. It's very weird. But it's like man, I used to roll down that way. You know, a lot of people don't know that about me, man.
Yeah,
like I used to be a little pool shark and an alcoholic, and so hanging out in the wrong. Well, I never know they were the wrong bars.
Well, yeah, because hey, man, it fucking felt right for you. So how do you know what's wrong?
Yeah, well, it was close to where I was working at, and I was staying in a motel at the time.
Yeah,
and and the bar was right there, and I enjoyed drinking. Even though drinking also cost me a lot too, but
most definitely
some of the same people, man.
Yep, most definitely. I don't know when I started getting in trouble. I got to the point where I was young when I really started getting in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I was a car thief. I still have a big thing with fighting. Like I like to fight. So I had gotten like several assault charges, things like that. But I'm not like the person that's like, okay, let's fucking fight right now. Like
Right.
I don't go looking for it. All I know is, guess what, man? If it's there, buckle up, motherfucker.
Right. There's no turning back from that from a certain point, man.
That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But, it turned me into a different person.
Man.
I wanted to be like, that's all I ever wanted to do, bro, was fight, Yeah, if you want to scoot a little bit closer for me,
most definitely.
rock and roll. Okay, because I'm going to be right here for you, brother. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe this down, and then I'm going to have you stand, and we're going to put the stencil on properly because I don't want to have any sort of movement within it, So this alcohol is just drying the shit out of your skin for me because we want that stencil to stick like a motherfucker. But back to the trouble. No, dude. I didn't want to listen. I was one of those guys that was just like, fuck you, I can figure it out on my own.
Right.
And I couldn't have been more wrong. I couldn't have been more wrong. I was just a troublesome kid. I started getting in a lot of trouble, by stealing cars and breaking into homes and stealing from stores. I ended up, go ahead and stand up.
Yeah.
I ended up being, ended up going to a foster home, but like several foster homes. But then when I went to jail, it was quite a different story. Can we cut the commercial right now?
No, no.
Well, I need to get some shit to make this shit stick, because that means I got to go over there.
Oh, no worries.
Because I don't think this is all that people need.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, but this shit wipes off, man. That's the thing. So what I need is stencil stuff, and it's like on order. So I'm hoping that this is gonna. I'll see. I don't want to fuck with that sun yet. So basically, what I'm needing is just to lay down something like that, to get the stencil to stick for you.
I'll tell you what, man, I'm excited.
Dude, you're gonna be excited when
I'm excited because we talked about it, right? And it's just like, wow, for quite some time, for a very long time, these have been the topic of conversation with people whenever I go somewhere. Even though it's just a journey.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that other stuff.
Okay,
but no, continue.
It's just a journey, right? It's part of the journey that I was on, and to finding out who Tony truly was.
Yeah.
And just like yourself, like I didn't. Once I was on my own, I knew for me there was a way that I couldn't go back. Yeah. I knew after everything that was going on with me, I couldn't go home.
Yep.
For some odd reason, I just knew I was supposed to walk that path, and I didn't want any excuse. Right, wherever was being thrown at me, I knew I was supposed to hit it head on.
Yeah,
I knew I wasn't supposed to run. And there was a part of me that, no, I'm not running from this. I have to see this thing through. Whether if it kills me, I have to face it, right? And I didn't understand. For the longest time, man, I thought God was mad at me.
You and I had that conversation the other night.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like that. Like,
I thought he was mad at me for something that I had, even though I had, I did my fair share of wrong when I was in the gangs and everything. And I know karma's something else, man. Karma will come back and bite you in the butt 10 times over.
Sometimes almost immediately.
Yeah, sometimes, man. And then it won't let go.
Yeah.
So, like understanding running with the wrong people, making not so great choices. But, the one thing about it is that I don't regret none of my choices.
And I do. Like,
I don't.
Because hindsight, kind of looking at things like that, going, "Man, fuck, dude, like I really shouldn't have done that." But had I not done that, things wouldn't have turned out the way that they are.
Exactly.
To lead us to where we're at. I mean, one small thing will change all of it.
Exactly. And in the beginning, I used to regret my life. I used to believe that I wasn't supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? For all of these things to keep happening,
Josh,
and things like that.
just hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
If not, sorry about this. I'm not trying to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
I'm just trying to get this thing on you, man.
No, you're fine. But similarities, right? You know what I'm saying? Like in the beginning, yes, I regretted it, and then after a while, I was just like, you know what? I have no regrets, regardless of what people may think about my life. I'm the one who had to live it.
Yeah.
I'm the one who had to walk that path. I'm the one who had to, I'm the one who had to stand up in the middle of all of these storms, and I had to find a way through it. And I didn't want any excuses. I didn't want to go home and cry to mama. I didn't want to go home and cry to my daddy.
You didn't feel like you even had a damn place to go.
Anyway. Yeah, and that's the way I felt. I've always, once I'm by myself, I always felt better when I was by myself.
Yep.
And never understood why. And then as I started getting older and maturing and things like that, I was like, wow, I've been alone for the majority of my life. I mean, yes, I've met people throughout the journey, right? People who helped me out, people who were blessings when I didn't think that I was didn't think I was going to make it, especially when I went to prison,
Dude, when I went down, it was fucked.
Oh my God, dude. I mean, I ended up going to prison for a crime I never committed. Yeah. And they still sentenced me to 5 years.
So they ever catch the cat who did it?
No. Well, I knew the cat who did it, but you know that rule, man. You don't go around. You don't go around doing stuff like that, right? You just keep your mouth shut.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And hopefully the dude that you're doing this for would take care of you. Yep. But it wasn't like that for me. Like it was more of
different
what
story.
I'm saying? It was a different story, man. It was definitely a different story.
Yeah.
The dude, I mean, when I got out and everything, of course he comes up and he's very thankful that I didn't throw him on the table, right? And I was like, dude, I don't know who you thought I was, but I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind going to sit down, but, just remember that from this point on, I don't want you around me because you just sit up here and let me do 5 years for you.
Yeah.
So no, I don't want you around me. Like from this point on, I'm done with all of this. And similar to what you were talking about, right? Hanging out with the wrong people. So yeah, let's talk about that for a bit.
I got into a lot of my family, they're sureños, so they're bloods, and I stayed away from that. I got several offers, I got several people wanting me to be a part of something like that. And inside me, like I couldn't do it. I just didn't want to fucking do it. Why is this not sticking to your ass, dude? So it was just one of those things. I was done. I was like, nah, man, you ain't doing this to me.
My skin is difficult.
Well, I'm just wondering, man, because I'm like, I'm back, dude. I mean, we could go to camera break and cheat. We find something, homie, man. You getting this motherfucker. I don't give a shit. You getting tattooed, damn it.
He's like, we're gonna go to camera and just cheat about it.
Man. Go off camera. We'll cheat this motherfucker, dude. Watch real quick. Yeah, it's getting tattooed.
Looks like it's soaking through.
But see, yeah, so what I'm saying is we just gotta saturate this motherfucker. Do you have any more of that, Mr. Nate?
Josh is looking.
we are cutting all it up, dude, and then
just so people know, it's been a while since I've had ink on me. So yeah, my skin is.
It's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be cool though. You know what I'm saying? You guys get to witness him doing the tattoo live, which I feel that's pretty exciting, man.
Oh, dude, I'm all about it, man.
Man,
it's gonna be fucking wicked.
That's freaking exciting to me, man.
Yeah. So we got dark. We got darker. So what were we?
Let's talk about when you got when you started getting in trouble, hanging out with the wrong people.
I just it was exciting to me. It was an attraction. It was like hanging out with like outlaws, man. And like all these, like, because a lot of my family, they're Sureño, but also the other side of my family, they're all bikers.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, fucking diverse, man. You know? And, I was always just like laid back, like lowrider, man, But, everybody they just wanted to be, like this or this,
Right.
So then when you hang out with family members, you hang out, or you're in a situation wrong time, like you get caught up in shit that like you're not even trying to be a part of.
Yeah.
Like obviously you did 5 years, man, on something you didn't even do.
Yeah.
But I did 9 years on something that I did.
Okay.
Like I said earlier, man, I'm a fighter, and it's just always been in my blood. And I hurt someone real bad. I hurt this cat, and I shouldn't have done it. He was fucking with my ex lady when her and I were together. Long. This is years and years and years ago, and I protect my girl, man. But then hindsight, I found out later on, man, she was going with it. So I'm like, what the fuck? And this poor guy got hurt for no reason, and like it was just bad, But everything all piled up, stealing cars, breaking into homes. Like I was a piece of shit, man. And so I did a lot of time, and I repetitively went back. It was all throughout my childhood and my younger years, and even in to my 30s, I was still getting in trouble, and I found myself to say like, man, Mike, what are you fucking done? Like, when are you done doing this?
Right.
Like, how long are you going to do this for? You want to keep doing this, man? You are becoming a fucking career criminal. And then after a little while, man, you become institutionalized and you actually depend on that system of being locked up.
Right.
Like, here's your breakfast, here's your shower time, here's your phone calls. You know how that is, dude. It's bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
So breaking away from that and knowing, and I'll tell you something, the last time I was in jail, I sat on my bottom bunk and I prayed. And I asked God, I said, please, man, please, just take me away from this life. I don't want to do wrong anymore. I just don't want to do this. This is going to be the last time. I cannot do this anymore. And, I had like a real close talk,
Right.
And ever since then, I haven't been in trouble.
Yeah, see, similarities, man. Similarities, fighting, and that's crazy about that because, when I was younger, yes, I got into my fair share of fights.
Oh, I bet.
And
you ain't a small guy, bro.
Yeah. Well, I was a skinny dude, man. Like, I was a string bean, man.
No, you should see the pictures. It's
that's one of the most toughest motherfuckers right
there,
man.
But it wasn't until later on, till let's see, when I left school, when I dropped out of school. As a matter of fact, the year before, I got expelled for bringing a gun to school.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm still to this day. I don't know who snitched on me. I don't know who ratted me out. I just know they came to my classroom and pulled me out of the classroom, got into my bag, and pulled out the pistol. And I didn't bring it to do anything to anyone. I just thought it was cool to have it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And and then on top of that, protection as well.
Well, definitely.
Like I didn't grow up in neighborhoods where like.
Yeah, barbecues and fucking lawn mowing.
Yeah, no, we did that as kids, but as we got older, we got into other things. Like we had to, most of my friends turned into stick-up kids. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you name it, man. Like they would crazy stuff, right? So I ended up leaving there, going back to school. They put me in a totally different school, and I just stopped going. And then I left there and went to DC. And in DC, I got my GED. And I started boxing. I was playing football. All the things that I didn't do as a kid, I was starting to do.
Well, you got the opportunity.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to do it. But there was just this part of me, man, that was just angry.
Right.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because we got to transfer this on you, brother.
Okay, yeah. I think
it's coming.
Yeah.
So no, keep on. Sorry.
Yeah, and so it was like once I started boxing, dude, I was really good at it. Then I was teaching martial arts, right? At a very early age, I was teaching people martial arts. I was teaching, when I'm boxing, I'm learning kung fu. So I got all these things. And then when I moved to Colorado, I after my daughter had left with her mom, right? I hate the fact of saying that she was taken away from me, but no, it was the right thing. You know what I'm saying? She took my daughter to a better place from around me. Yeah. Just didn't know it at that moment, but it really was. And then, after that happened, I had a chip on my shoulder, but I've always been an angry kid and never understood why. Even though I was laid back and I was quiet and everything, man, I was like, if I catched it, I was always mad, and so I remember back in the day, down in Denver, they used to hold like these weekend cage matches and stuff that went 72 hours. I mean, the full 72 hours. So it was full 72 hours, and you fought until it was a process of elimination. I came in twice, second in there. Okay, and it was just off the chain, dude.
So that's just dope. Yeah. Those are achievements.
Yeah, well, no, not really. It was because I was angry. But the dude that beat me, he beat me twice. He beat me one weekend, and then he beat me the next weekend. He never knocked me out. He never knocked me.
He just got higher points.
He just got higher points than me. Okay. But there was actually no rules in it, right? You know what I'm saying? So you fight till you can't fight no more.
Street fighting, man.
And eventually we just ran out of time.
But I still think that's an achievement because it's like, the stamina and like you worked for that shit. And you're like, dude, you ain't fucking with me, and but it's still an achievement. It's something that you could say, I fucking made it through that.
Yeah.
Especially getting the shit kicked out of you.
And that happened, man. Like they would come and just bam on you, dude. Like and they had no weight classes, right? Oh, yeah. So there'd be many a times where, I go in, there was a couple of times where I went in and at that time I was probably about 165 pounds. Right? And I get inside this damn cage with this dude, and it's like chain link fence cage type shit with a door. Shit, and it's just inside this building. And I go inside of this thing, man. This guy walks in, I'm just looking at him like, you're like, fuck, this dude is like 140 pounds bigger, heavier than me, like 300 pounders, right? Yeah, man. And it's that fear that took over, and that flight. Yeah. I found out early on that I don't have a flight mechanism.
Just gotta go.
Yeah, I don't like running. I'm not a track star.
That's how I am, man.
Like if you, I'll run. Let's do it, right? And that's exactly what happened, man. And me and this dude went at it, and that's when I realized I was unorthodox in my strength. When me and this man locked up, this man had me. And I grabbed his arms and pulled away from me, as strong as he was, and I turned around, man, and just started whamming at him. Then gave him a couple of leg kicks, and he fucking went down, man. I started beating him in his head, and he just hit the ground. He just stopped moving, and I was just like, cool.
That's how it was for me, man. Yeah, doing what I did, man. That's what got me my fucking time. Like, man, I didn't quit. I just kept going. Right. I was kicking him in the face, kicking him in the head. I broke all kinds of ribs, man. I just kept stomping him into the fucking ground. He was already on the ground. I didn't give a fuck, man. I was just like, dude, I'm gonna fucking paralyze you. And the whole thing was, thankfully he ended up being all right. But talk about shame. Talk about being ashamed of yourself. Yeah. Because you can like try and glorify things all you want. Like, I kicked this motherfucker. Big fucking deal, dude.
Yeah.
There's nothing good
to be glorified about it. It really isn't.
There's nothing good about it. There's nothing loving about it. It's like, and then you really have to start thinking further. Like, what did I not only do to him, but what did I do to his family? Yeah. How do I know that he didn't have, a couple little kids at home, a son and a daughter, a wife worried, a mom, and things like that. And it just comes to you, like, what the fuck? But at those times, you're not thinking about that.
No, I tell you what, I didn't think about it neither.
Yeah, not at all.
Once I started being real active in the gang and everything like that, man, I did not care. And the crazy part of people, people always assume that I joined the gangs because I didn't have family. Right. And that's not true. I joined the gangs. Hell, half the people I used to run with, I didn't even like. Yep. That's the sad part about it. Like,
but that's how it always falls, dude. Right. That's how it always falls.
Right. I was taught at an early age not to have personal connections to these guys, because you never know what's going to happen.
Same thing in the tattoo industry, man. You work with a motgotter you can't stand.
Exactly.
You gotta just be like, "What's up, homie?"
Yeah, and that's what it was like. Because, look at it this way: if something was to jump off, right? You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have these dudes around me because I know they're gonna be there with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, well, you're a cushion.
Yeah.
You're a cushion. If they start shooting, I know what you're going to do.
Yep.
You know, and so that's going to give me more time to do what I need to do, right? And so I just didn't have. And there was a couple of guys, man, that I made that mistake of, you know, and not really a mistake. I think it was just a blessing. Meeting. It was like a handful of us that just hung out together. That was like family, you know. And you know, I got one of them tattooed on my arm right there.
Yeah.
You know. And he was the one that I was telling you about earlier that got killed in Adams County by a skinhead, right?
Yeah.
And the night I went to jail was the night that we was going downtown to go ride on the skinheads.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So let me ask you something, man.
Yeah.
Do you want to? I really like this, man. We can get rid of this, you know, eventually. But this, do you want to keep that?
Yeah, I would like to keep that. That's a good memory. He was a good dude.
Now, right here, is that kind of like a lightning bolt, sort of?
No, it was supposed to be like the little like a little asterisk.
And what's this? Right here?
That's
LOC. Okay.
Yeah, LOC. And we was trying to do it in Old English.
No, man,
you know.
because I got a really good idea. So if we can't get this fucking stencil to stick, we're gonna hit that one up.
Okay.
How about that? I'm gonna deck this motherfucker out, dude. So you still want your RIP? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Because I got stencil stuff on the way. It's like fucking being ordered right now, but it's like, you know, this shit I can just I can hand draw. I can
hand
put
sanitizer here in a couple minutes.
freehand.
Well, yeah, if you want to do it, if you want to,
you know what I mean?
yeah. Well, he's
So
gonna-
let's do this.
We got all day. We can keep
Yeah.
going.
Let me.
So yeah, why
Why
you doing that? He's about to freehand some stuff, man. So I'm really excited. Really looking forward to seeing what he's coming up with. And
So I'm gonna make this like it was before, like it should be, but I'm gonna death this motherfucker out.
okay. See, I'm really excited.
You ain't gotta worry about all that background fucking noise, dude. All that bullshit, dude. It ain't nothing, man. It ain't nothing, man. Because once you get this ink on you, it's gonna be a whole different story, dude.
Well, you know, for me, it's like changing. I'm not trying to glorify the lifestyle.
No.
You know, there's nothing glorious about that lifestyle, you know, and I don't want people to think that it is just because we talk about it.
It's a tribute to someone.
Yeah, it's trippy, right? You know, and it's a lifestyle that you have to know how to survive.
Yes.
And it's not for the weak of heart. It's not for the average person, man. It really isn't. So you know, I mean, I don't want people to think that, you know, don't wake up tomorrow and go join a gang. I'm really do not do that. It's something that you don't understand. It really isn't. And the meaning behind it is totally lost. You know, the things that we believed in, which got us into, you know, wanting to be a part of it. It wasn't the violence. It was more of, hey, you know,
like a belonging.
Yeah, it was
It
belonging.
made you feel like you had something.
Like you was doing something for the community.
Yep.
Because that's what we did in the beginning. Like we went to the elderly's homes. We took out their trash. We mowed their lawns.
Oh yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? If they wanted something from the store or something like that, my mom, that was one of the things that she made sure that we always did. You know, like go over and get Mrs. You know, such and such trash and take it down.
Damn right.
And you couldn't ask for anything, right? You know what I'm saying? She goes,
you weren't allowed.
yeah, you wasn't allowed. You did it because it was the right thing to do.
And respect for your elders.
Yeah, exactly. So we was taught that. If we saw a woman and her kids, I like that. If we saw a woman or a family with their kids or something, we would walk them across the street. Things like that. So you know,
man.
Yeah, you know, like we were taught to be respectful, man. We were taught, you know, like to look out for each other and stuff like that as a community. And that's exactly what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be in a community. We police ourselves, right? You know, because back then that's when things were starting to go rough. Then with the police, right? They beating up on people. and things like that. And it was just something that didn't need to happen. But yet we got friends and family that have been beat up by the police, that have been shot and killed by the police, all of these different things, man. And it was just like, no, we got to stop this. This is not right. This is totally not right, right? Like, why should we have to? But in some point, we allowed it to become our norm. We really did. We allowed that to become our norm. Right.
Well, because it was just most acceptable.
Right. It was acceptable. To accept. Right. It was easy to accept the police coming into your neighborhood, beating up on somebody, and you just sit back and watch. Right.
Yeah, it was just fucking normal.
It was just normal, man. Like, and
homeboy's getting fucking stuck today. Sorry, bro.
Somebody going to jail, but it ain't me. And everybody would sit back. But the crazy part about it was, everybody would be mad that it happened, but no one did nothing.
Yeah, nobody did shit.
No one did anything.
Okay.
And so,
well, it was like, what could you do at that point in time, though? There's like no.
If you think about it, there was a lot that we could do, especially when you got 4 cops in a community.
Right.
We outnumber you.
Oh yeah.
But it was like,
motherfucker, you're the minority.
You're the minority.
Bitch.
This is how this is working out right now, right?
Fucking happening, you fool. You the minority.
This is the way this is working out. But no, man, like, and the same thing with you, like being part of both of them, being part of the Serenos and having family and as bikers, and if I'm not mistaken, the Sons of Silence, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so and again, our stories kind of tie into each other, which you guys will find out a little bit later on down the line, and it's kind of amazing how it tied in.
Yeah,
like I said, we've probably run across each other, and we had to, right? And not even once known it until at this moment. So y'all keep just follow with us, man. This is gonna be amazing. So I don't know if you guys seen that or not, but he just freehand drew this on the arm, and he's gonna tattoo that
we're gonna recreate it. We're gonna recreate something that was a good memory for him. Someone that was very special to him.
Right.
So we're gonna recreate this for him. Now this is just rough draft, bro. Watch what I do.
All right.
I'm gonna wash my hands, use the bathroom real quick, and we on.
All right. So you guys stay tuned.
We're gonna start.
If you guys need to get up and go grab something to drink, come back and join us as we continue this. I'm really excited, and really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to going on this journey with him. So if you guys give us a minute, we're going to take a small break, and we'll be right back. Right. So welcome everybody back. Hopefully you guys got up and got some water and things like that. And Mike is about to start the tattoo, and he's going to share a little bit more about the part of his life that kind of helped mold him into the person that he is, by being involved in the family members, the Serenos and the Sons of Silence and things like that. So hope you guys enjoy.
Right on, man.
All right.
All right. So, you can scoot closer, brother. So, like, my life whenever I was younger, it was a completely different life. The lifestyle was, it wasn't your typical, barbecue, mowing the lawn, fucking families, let's go to the race car track and shit like that. It wasn't anything like that. It was more so of, a lot of struggles, a lot of things that, weren't right, It was a lot of abuse. There was a lot of, and then you get the Sereno side, and that's like pure. And I know that a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about, but that's pure Chicano, man. And that shit don't fuck around. Here we go. These are things that, it's a world of controversy whenever you're on both sides of these things.
Right.
So half my family are bikers, man, which is fucking cool. I totally dig that shit. But, when you have the other half of your family being, so fucking diverse,
Right.
and not being something that is, conventional in your life that you would at least think would be. It gets to the point of like you're conflicted. You don't know what the hell you're going to do. You don't know what side to pick. And I picked no sides. I said, "Fuck that, man! I ain't picking shit." And rock and roll, brother. So I stayed to myself a lot of the time, and I just stuck with my art, you know. But being within a family like that, with all of the violence, I see some crazy shit. I've seen people get murdered. I've seen a lot of terrible fucking things, man. Shit that you really don't want to fucking have anything to do with,
Right.
because it's so. It's like, how the fuck does your mind even comprehend this shit? You know what I mean? So, it was really it was tough. It was super tough. Growing up with things like that. My little sisters were my world. They, they're so wonderful. And I have quite a few sisters, and they are fucking badass. One of my little sisters, she died. Her name was Sarah. She was only 24 when she passed. And her life could have been saved. But what had really happened was her fucking pussy ass old man was too busy playing Xbox with his cousin while she was aspirating.
Oh man.
So yeah, she fucking died in a bedroom, bro, all by herself. Because this motherfucker, she kept calling him, saying, "Help me, help me, help me," and he wouldn't fucking help her. He was too busy. But so I mean, it's like shit like that, in like certain people's lives,
Right.
But then whenever you have, that element of that criminal shock, that's that's not gonna fucking go away, because that shit ain't going nowhere.
No.
It's there, and it sucks, man. Have you ever had that? You've had that, haven't you?
Yeah. Not with my little sister. I have a younger sister, and she's my best friend.
Yep.
She's always been my best friend.
Yep.
And for me, I just never told her enough.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't. I was never around. Like when I left home, I had no intentions of coming back.
Right.
I really didn't. So I understand. She felt some sort of way about it, and I get that. And like I told her, I respect that. I do. And but I have lost my younger brother. And it was rough when I heard about it. And at the time when I heard about it, I had just had my son.
Aww.
Yeah, I had just had my son. And so there was a part of me that was afraid to break down.
Yeah.
There was a part of me that was starting to get angry again. And because my little brother passed away shortly after my dad. Very shortly after my dad and my uncle.
That's too much to handle at once, man.
It can be. It can be one of those things where it can be hard to handle. But again, that was a long time ago before I understood my path, this journey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was something to process, and I think it was part of who I am now.
Yeah, because it's gonna bring that beauty out.
Right, right. And I just never knew. I never knew. At that point in my life, I wasn't drawing. I had just had surgery for carpal tunnel, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't draw it anymore. I just barely got the feelings back in my hand, but never my fingertips. So it was like, what do I do now? All the fighting I did, like you said, it comes with a price, right?
Yeah, man. It's like fuck, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, I told you we walk similar paths, man.
Most definitely, man.
We definitely walk similar paths.
Most
So yeah,
definitely.
let's talk a little bit more about that, though.
All right. What do you want to give me a question, my brother?
Well, the relationship that you had with your sister, and how did it impact you? What did you do once you found out and everything like that?
So this is fucked, man. Ugh. This is really hard to talk about, man. But I will. I don't care. It has to be known. It just has to be. So my little sister, her name was Sarah. Sarah Danielle Ramirez, and she was born September 1st. My birthday is September 9th.
Okay.
So she was just this funny little soul, always talking so much shit. You want to hear a really fucking funny ass story? Dude, check this shit out. So she was like puro Chicano, man. I mean, not pure. She was like big time fucking Chicana. And so she'd fucking pluck her eyebrows, man. She was one of those chicks, dude. It was like, I gotta like remove everything and like draw the shit on like a fucking clown. It's just like, damn, girl. It was so funny, bro. It's so funny. And I would I'd never call her Sarah. I would call her either Sari or just Sissy.
Okay.
Because they never called me by my name. They were never like Mike or Michael. They always called me brother. They're like, brother. And the sense of loyalty and love right there.
Right.
Because man, we all know each other's names, man. Fucking whatever. But so she was drawing her fucking eyebrows on one day, dude. And we were okay. Here's the thing. So she called me over her house, man, and she's like, Mike. She's like, you need to get your ass over here. She's like, I'm making fucking strawberry banana fucking what are they? Margaritas. And I'm like, ugh, I fucking hate tequila. Like, it's fucking disgusting. But it's my little sister.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, baby, I'm on my way, sweetheart. I love my little sister. And this story gets really fucked up. So it was she was making it, and we ran out of what was it, strawberries or bananas? I don't fucking know. But it was super funny. So I was like, hey man, let's just fucking walk across the street. And let's get, some, because King Zippers was like directly right across the street, bro. So she's like, all right, Mikey, or brother, or whatever the hell she wanted to call me at that point in time. So we went over there. But before, she always drew her fucking makeup on, man. I'm like, dude, like, you look like fucking some ICP clown bullshit, dude. What the fuck is this stupid shit? Dude, it was funny as fuck, man. But, okay, so I was trying to hurry her. I was trying to rush her out the door. And she's like, fine. Then fucking draw my other eyelash or my other eyebrow on. I was like, all right, cool. Bro, you're gonna love this shit, dude. So you know how they try to get their little chola girls, man. They try to get all beautiful and primpy and perfect, and which is I respect that. I really really do.
Right.
Because that's loyalty, that's love, But it's also self-respect, within yourself, saying, hey, I want to look pretty. But so I drew her other eyebrow on, and she didn't even look at it, bro. She just like, does it look good? And I was like, yep, let's go. But I drew it on all angry. Bro, I drew it on like she was all like a permanent snicker on her face, dog. For real, bro. And so when we went to the store, we like went to the fucking store, and she's like, "Why does everybody keep giving me dirty looks?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. Like, I don't fucking know, dude."
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
hilarious.
Yeah, dude. And so finally we got back to her house because, like I said, she lived like right across the street, man. And so I guess she had to pee or something. She went to the bathroom, and the first thing I heard was, "You motherfucker!" Dude, it was so badass. It was so badass. She was like fucking. She's like, "How dare you, Michael?" There's only very certain people in my life that can call me Michael.
Mhm.
You know, and you know that's one of the things. My old lady, my sisters, my mom. Anybody else call me Michael, dude? Man, it's time to fucking throw down. You know, like you don't fucking call me that shit. You don't know me that well, fucker. Well, unless you do, like, and if you do, then I mean that ain't gonna hurt my feelings. You know, I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. But yeah, dude, all I heard was "you motherfucker," man. And she came out, bro, and just the look on her face. I mean, it was already like she was all pissed off anyway, dude. But she even had like a more mad fucking face. And I was like, oh.
Of course, she just drew her eyebrows angry. Of course, she's not.
Shit, homie, I got her twice on that.
You let her walk around like that.
Dude, I know, man. But I got her twice on that shit, bro. I got her twice on that. The other time, check this out, man. She's a kiss freak. She was a kiss freak.
Okay.
Old school kiss with the makeup on. I taught her that when we were just little kids, man. Well, she was little. And they would always be, you know, they were always listening to my music, you know, like Kiss and Slayer and like old fucking death metal. And so one day we were just shit faced hammered at our house, just stupid people, you know. And she's like, "Brother," I was like, "What's up?" And she's like, "Make me look like Kiss." I was like, "What?"
No, you didn't.
Yeah, for real, dude. She busted out her eye pencils or whatever the hell they are. And I got her fucking twice in the same store, bro. I ain't even joking, man. I can't make this shit up. Like, so we ended up actually going back to the fucking same store, man. And she was like, she kept getting these comments. Everybody would be like, yeah, doing that shit to her. And she's like, then we went to the liquor store. And everybody was doing that. And then this one dude at the fucking front counter of King Supers, he looked at Sari and he was like, "You are so fucking hot." And I was like, "Oh, dude, do I gotta beat you up? Like, dude, I'm gonna fucking kick your teeth out, dude." You know? But, you know, he meant well. I mean, he wasn't trying to be like an asshole or anything, you know, so he meant well. But he said, "I fucking love Kiss." And that's when she caught on, bro. She was like, "What the fuck? I forgot I had fucking makeup on, man." But yeah, it was pretty funny. She passed away. She had a little boy. His name was Dorian. She was so this is really serious here. She was a meth addict. So she was like really into a lot of fucking meth and a lot of fucked up drugs, man. And I always told her, you know, "Sweetheart, you're pregnant. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, this is your baby." And she's like, "No, man, I got it. I'm like, "Man, motherfucker, you ain't got it. Man, you ain't got it." And so she had her little boy. He actually went down in the history books. He was born at, what was it, 1 pound 3 ounces, and lived.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. So he was in Children's Hospital for a very long time, and he was about a year old when he died. And Sarah was just so addicted to drugs, you know, and like
but she was off of them, you know. So she was really good. She was completely fine, you know. She had already detoxed. She already did all the good things that she was supposed to do and be a good mommy, you know. And so Dorian passed away. I was doing a tattoo run out in Reno, Nevada, and I was at the brand new Civic Center, and it was the fifth largest bike show on earth. It was the Sims Bike Tour, and there was like Hell's Angels, there's some Silence, there was shootings every night, bro. Every fucking night there was shootings. Like, it was bad. And then I got that call, and the call was Dorian passed away in Children's Hospital. Yeah, it was fucking bad, man. So I took the rest of the tour off. I was like, I ain't doing this, man. Like, I'm good. But I went back probably, I don't know, about 4 or 5 hours later, and I was like, fuck it, I have to finish the day. I'm here for a reason.
Right.
So I busted through it, man, and I finished my work. And, it still haunts me to this day, that poor little man, he passed, but it was my sister's. I mean, honestly, man, let's get fucking real. It was my sister's fault because she had him so addicted to meth, and you cannot have a baby and be a fucking meth addict. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I mean, that right there, but he lived, and then he passed, and it was really bad, and it was super sad. It was fucking horribly crushing. I mean, it still breaks my fucking heart to this very second. But, so it was about, and Sarah was never the same after that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you're not. You're never going to be.
Oh, no. That's
You never
something I don't wish that on no one.
Yep.
Child loss, oh my God, child loss is something that I never wish on any parent, any uncle, right? Because it still affects the family, but it affects the immediate ones, the parents, a lot more. And it's a feeling that you can't really describe.
Well, I mean, I just, okay, so I also had a little boy that passed away. I never got to know him, but it was his mama called me and she said, he died. And talk about just the fuck loss, man. Loss isn't even the word.
No.
This is like, dude, you're dumbfounded. You're beyond everything and anything. You're in between worlds. You don't even know what the fuck you're doing.
Exactly.
And so terribly bad and emotional, But my little sister, I kind of want to talk about that now instead of
come on.
So, when most people say, I buried my dad, I buried my mom, I buried a family member.
Yeah.
Have you literally ever buried one? I'm talking dirt on top of them. You're the one doing it.
No.
Yeah, so when Dorian passed away, they had him cremated straight from Children's Hospital. And a couple of years later, Sarah, she just couldn't take it. And she just kept, drugs. And then she aspirated, she died. I was already told me about that.
Yeah.
So it's highly illegal to mix ashes in Colorado. But it's super highly illegal to mix any human remains ashes. I don't know why. I think it's fucking stupid. But yeah. But so the funeral home, they were like, well, we're gonna do it anyway because we've known them for years, and so they mixed Sarah and Dorian when Sarah died. This guy, he didn't even fucking help her. She was choking to death on her own blood within her lungs. and he was too busy playing fucking video games, man. Talk about a piece of shit. I'll get to that part of the story here in a few.
Yeah.
But yeah. So when here, and this is really hard, man.
Take your time.
So my mom called me. She was like, "Son, I need your help. I have to have your help." And I was like, "Mama, whatever you want, you know." And she said, "I'm gonna bury Sarah today." I fucking lost it, man. I was like, "Don't you fucking do this shit to me." And then immediately I felt selfish. I was like, "What the fuck? It's not. Ain't nothing about me, you know."
Still hard.
Yeah. But
It's still hard.
She said, "I can't do it, son. I have to have you do it." And I was like, "So I have to." She's like, "Yeah, I have to." So after the ceremony, there was only 4 people there. She had a giant fucking funeral before, but this was her, her burial. Um, so we kept it extremely private. Um, and the only 4 people that were there was my mother, myself, and Sarah's little kids, her babies. And my mom got all pissed off because they were like running around in the graveyard. I had a different thought on that. I thought it was beautiful.
Well,
Yeah.
kids don't really understand.
Yeah.
You know,
I thought it was beautiful.
yeah,
man.
and I'm, in a lot of ways, I'm glad that they don't understand.
Yeah.
Because it can be a lot, and then in their little minds, hey, tomorrow's another day. We still want to see everyone, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes a little bit, but you want to try to preserve that innocence for as long as you can.
Yeah.
You know?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I tried to actually kind of explain that to my mom, and this is the way I explained it. You know how I did it, Tony? This is how I explained it. I said, because she was like, "It's embarrassing, blah blah. You're not supposed to be running around." I'm like, "Nobody's fucking here, man.
Right.
Like, dude, fucking chill out. Like, this is a bad enough day anyway, And I'm holding my sister's urn with both of them in there, my sister and her little boy, and that's fucking hard enough as it is, man. But you know what, dude? She started getting all like on the little ones, and she was like, "This is embarrassing," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Mother, there's nobody here. There's nothing to be embarrassed over." And then I put it this way to her, dude. I said, "I'm gonna tell you what, Mom." I said, "Please listen to me. My mother's awesome. She didn't used to be. She's cool as fuck now, man." She said, "Okay, Michael, I will listen." I told her, I said, "You know what? Let me put it like this. If every person in this graveyard could stand up right now and see these little ones playing," I was like, "what do you think their hearts would feel like? What do you think they would say?" And she was like, "Fuck."
It's a different perspective on a really bad reality, right?
Yeah.
But I understood what you was doing there, though. It's
Yeah.
like, no, just think about this for a minute, right? You know what I'm saying? Yes, this is,
Yeah.
because I have to look at it from a parent as well.
Sure.
Losing your kid is hard. And, as soon as you think that there's nothing worse than that, that pain comes.
Oh man.
So I understand the perspective from a parent losing a child as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
you within your loss too. I mean, it's like,
yeah.
how fucking nuts is that?
Oh, dude, man, like I said, man, if I replay it over in my head because I'm still looking for answers, like what happened. I still look for it, even now. I'm still just like I still don't know what happened. I don't know why my little son passed away. He got sick one day and just 2 days later passed away. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that wasn't supposed to go that way.
Yeah.
And to this day, they still ruled his death unknown.
Yeah.
Like they don't know why he passed away. And I'm just like, so you guys are the doctors.
Yeah.
And I think that's where my distrust of doctors and pharmacists came. because
Almost definitely.
yeah, before he passed away, he suffered an overdose from his pharmacist.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she mixed his medication wrong. I mean, wrong. Like, like he was, if I remember correctly, he was supposed to get zero point 0.01 milligrams per ml.
Okay.
And when they tested it when he got overdosed, it was 1,000 milligrams.
What the fuck?
Exactly. It's like the one went the opposite way, in a major way. And I was just like, okay, so
So somebody wasn't paying attention.
yeah, somebody wasn't paying attention, man. And like when I found out that it's pretty much impossible to get them in trouble for their own negligence and things like that, I
Good
became
fucking luck, dude.
yeah, dude, I became very distrustful.
Almost definitely.
I was like, why would I do that? Why would I trust you anymore? Like
yeah,
this.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't want to trust you anymore. And so that's pretty much where it came down to, where it boiled down to. I was just like, no. And then watching Friends, get mistreated and things like that. And it's just like, I'm not going to the hospital.
Yep.
You can't pay me to go to the hospital anymore.
Yep.
Treat people better, but no. And I know they mean well, but like if you're practicing medicine, you got to take some sort of responsibility. Don't just put it on us to trust you, and expect your mistakes not to go unnoticed. Because I found out that when it came down to it, there was nothing. I mean, they're practicing medicine. It's not like they know.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's a key word. Fucking practicing.
Right.
You're like, well, maybe this will work.
and exactly, that's exactly what it was when my son was overdosed. It was like, oh, maybe this will work. Yeah. And we have the bottle, but it since it's on a weekend because it was Halloween. It was on a Saturday when it happened, and it was just like the weekend. There's nobody there to test anything, so they kept throwing everything at him except for the right thing. And that's exactly what they told you. It was like, we're just going to throw everything at them and see what sticks.
Fuck that.
And instead of using what we told them to use, they just ignored us.
Yeah, they just kind of did their own damn thing.
Yeah. And then they gave us our first scare when they said, oh, your son has a very rare brain disorder. The sheeting on his nerves are being stripped away, which is causing this. And that was a wrong diagnosis as well. And they were like, he'd be lucky if he makes it through the night. So, of course, his mom and I flipped out.
Fucking quit.
Flipped out. And this lady couldn't understand why. It's like, did you not understand what you just said?
Yeah.
Right?
Because that's some bullshit right there, dude.
And I just remember, I was like, if my son don't come out of here, woman, I'm about to hurt you.
Hurt some motherfuckers.
I'm about to hurt you because of the simple fact of, like you're not even listening to us.
Yeah.
Crazy part about it is when he finally came out of it, which we went to the hospital, went to Children's that Friday or Saturday, and he ended up waking up early Monday morning. Yeah, he ended up pulling himself out of it, right? Now, the doctor comes in now, and he just confirmed everything that we were saying. He looks at everything, and she goes, well, we couldn't figure it out. He looks at it and goes, well, this is a typical clonidine overdose. Why didn't you guys treat him with this? And we turned around and looked at the nurse and did like this, and she got nervous. It was like, oh, no, you're paying for this.
Yeah.
You're paying for this.
Fucking big time.
Like, yeah, you can't go around doing that stuff to people, man. Y'all just treated my kid as if he was a guinea pig.
Yep.
And then you guys are like, oh, whatever happens, happens. Yeah, and then you misdiagnosed him. How?
That ain't right.
Right? I'm pretty sure you've experienced stuff like that as well.
Well, I mean, sort of. I was kind of thinking that right now. Did you know that we have the fucking coroner? Okay, so the coroner called me whenever Sarah died and told me, yeah, she's still alive on the table. I'm like, you're the coroner, asshole. Shouldn't the ambulance or the hospital be calling me? You're the coroner. And you're telling me, no, man, she's still there. She's I'm like, what the fuck? Like it was a twisted story. Well, like,
Yeah.
well, check this out. You know how it got a little bit worse, man. So this cat, and you're gonna trip out too. His name was also Tony.
Oh, jeez.
So what had happened, man, is as she was crying for help, and saying that she needed, help, and this motherfucker just would not do anything for her. He finally came in, and he was dropping oxycontins down her throat.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So what had happened was that is what caused a lot of her aspiration, because he wouldn't help her, So yeah, she choked to death on her own blood, but he kept just giving her oxycontin after oxycontin after oxycontin. And she's laying on her back, dude, and she's choking these fuckers down, and he's pouring vodka down her throat. Yeah, pretty fucked up. So he got brought up on murder charges.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what that is. That's murder.
Yeah, he got caught up on some fucking murder. I'm gonna start shading dude real quick. I'm gonna make all this nice and clean.
Okay.
So yeah, he got chopped up on some fucking murder charges. And one of the most really strangest things was that, so he wrote us all a letter, man. And he had a family picture of all of us right there. And he had it on his cousin Michael's desk. And he wrote us a letter. This is after Sarah died. He actually came to the tattoo shop where I worked at and gave me her blankets. And he was nervous, man. He was crying. He's like, Mike, I'm so sorry. I don't even know. It's like, man, just fucking whatever, bro. But I started thinking about on his side of things. I'm like, damn, man, he has got to be just fucking busted over this. I wasn't there. I can't be the judge. I can't tell what the fuck happened.
Right.
So they acquitted him from all the murder. Yeah, like, because that's just mean. You're not just gonna be like, hey, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You killed my sister. Like, that's not something that you do. But they pulled off all the charges from him because they were like, no, this is a fucking unsolved murder, but it was definitely a murder. And I'm gonna just blow up here real quick. I'm gonna get these ones off. He wrote a letter, and he had our family picture, all of us. I think it was like a Christmas picture or something like that at one point in time, whatever it was. And yeah, dude, he told us how sorry he was, and he was like, I promise I didn't do it. He's like, I wouldn't hurt you guys. I love you guys. I love my wife so much. And he's like, I'm sorry, I gotta go. And he took his cousin's fucking 9mm and fucking stuck in his mouth and fucking blew his brains out after he wrote this letter to us. And had the picture of all of us right there. He just sat at the desk and had the picture propped up, wrote a note, and just was fucking off himself. And I know all about those weird situations, man. You know?
I do.
How are we looking so far?
Man, this is beautiful, man. Yeah, I'm really digging it.
Well, we're still gonna thicken up some lettering. I'm gonna put some other, because I like the little italics. I'm trying to figure out what's up with that C, because I want to make that shit fancy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
This is for your brother, man. This is for, you know what I mean. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna fuck with this. But are we happy so far?
Yeah, I'm very happy. How you rocking?
I'm digging it, man. I'm just trying to figure out more shit. I'm trying to cover up what was there. And you know how old ink spreads.
Oh, yeah.
Like, look at this, dude. This was done with a 3-liner. Look at that. Looks like a 14-round shader now. I'm like, fuck, dude, really? Yeah, you know what I mean? So it spread. So, like, that's how, I mean, look at yours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dude. So, yeah, it opens up because as we age, and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So your body's trying to disperse of it is what's going on.
Right.
But so then you got to crisp up that shit, make it clean real pretty. So,
and it was also done with a needle That's
what-
that's old school as well as
Sticking
this one.
poke,
This
bro.
is done. This was done with a needle.
Yeah, that's sticking poke.
Yeah.
That's some old school
That
shit.
was. It's not
That's
a
joint shit, dude.
The original of this one was done with a needle. This one was actually done with a needle. This one was done with a needle. Just a little hand poke.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
So yeah, that's what we were. That's what we were
This is
rocking
fine,
with.
buddy.
As a matter of fact, the best one I ever seen done with the needle was this one. And it,
Yeah.
my youngest daughter's mom, she put this one in there as well as tattooed this one on me.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
See, I want to get to that, dude. I want to make that fucker better, bro. Because I don't know, man. It's something cool to keep. You know? But dude, you can change it as different memories. What you
Right.
do.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? But the placement is kick ass, just like your 34, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna watch what I do that. I'm gonna, at a later date. Nah, dude, I already see an hourglass on that. Just because of the way that it's shaped. I'm like,
Right.
dude, that's a fucking hourglass, dude.
Just something to
Like,
be
that
covered
shit's
up.
gonna, yeah.
Right,
Well, I'm gonna
dude.
use what's there.
Right.
But so do I get to say something? Yeah.
Yeah, if you want.
You know who I'm talking to. You know, girl, you know who I'm talking to. I just want to tell you, I'm glad you're watching and I love you.
It's an immediate response.
I hope so.
I want to say there's a little bit more of a delay than
Yeah.
that was a little awkward timing. Was it?
Yeah, it was.
All right.
Yes, all right. That's my mama.
Instant gratification.
I told
Damn
you,
right, bro.
instant response.
Motherfucker, what?
Hopefully, she's enjoyed it so far.
Oh,
man.
dude, when she said, she's like, I'm watching right now. I'm shit, bro. Watch right now, my love. All right. So what were we talking about again? You're like, I don't fucking know.
hey, I shoot.
We're just shooting it, man.
Where we at right
That's
now?
the way I was supposed
Oh
to
no,
be.
you was talking about what you was going to do up here,
Oh,
but
yeah,
before
yeah.
then, we were talking about your sister's boyfriend committing suicide.
Yeah. He stuck a fucking knife into his head, brother, and he fucking popped himself. Well, he popped himself in the mouth, and yeah, he let himself go, and it was really bad because at that point, man, you know, like I had already, like, honestly, within my heart, bro, I don't even know how to even say it, but I mean, because for a very long time we thought that he had something to do with it because he did,
Right.
but I had already forgiven him, man. I was already like, fuck, dude, I know, in some weird, strange way, but I mean, it got to the point of, like, you know, that was also the cause of her death, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at it, I'm going, well, it could have been different things, you know? But in my heart, like, literally, I was like, damn it, Tony, like, I fucking forgive you, bro. Like, just talk to me about it. Just tell me, like, what the fuck, bro? And
Right.
I tried to make time with him, and he wouldn't, man, homie, he wouldn't. He was, like, so afraid. He's like, nah, dude, you guys are going to kill me. He's like, this is it. He's like, my life's dead. He's like, you guys are literally going to, he thought we were going to fucking kill him.
Well, considering.
Yeah. And we're like, no, dude. But I mean, I didn't have the forgiveness for, you know, what had happened, you know, per se. But I had the forgiveness of, like, look, I want to understand. I want to know what the fuck is going on, you know. So I was really trying to make some good time with this cat and understand what he was feeling. And yeah, he just got rid of himself. And I know all about that feeling. You know all about that feeling.
Yeah. I've gotten to that place. I think mine was a little bit different. I just completely gave up.
Yep, makes you.
You know, and I've never had that feeling before. I mean, I guess I did a lot of times throughout my life, but this time when I was already committed to it, it was different.
Yep.
It was like I wasn't afraid to do it anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
That's why I did what I did. I wasn't afraid any longer, man. I was just like, it's time to go. And I'm going to take one last fucking big ass drink, a couple fucking big old fat handfuls of mushrooms, and it's time to leave, man. And
I
tried
thought that too, man.
I was like, I'm done, man. I'm done with this world. I love all of you guys. Please forgive me. God, please forgive me. Thank you for my life. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Yeah,
And then it turned into something real dark and dismal and very drastic.
man, that's a scary place to be, ain't it?
Yeah.
That dark
It was
place.
bad, brother.
Yeah,
It was
man.
bad,
That place, man. That place is not. It's not a kind place.
Yeah, I don't recommend it for anybody.
No, it's not a kind place whatsoever, man. And you know, I always tell people, if ever you find yourself slipping that far along, make sure you got someone that you can call.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's why I got you.
Yeah, you know,
I'm like, Tony, help me out, bro. I'm fucking fucked up over
no,
here.
but it's true though. Make sure you got somebody that you can call. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got, you know, or make sure that this person understands where you at. And if you're on the other end, make sure you're the person calling them.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen many people get lost that way because they feel like don't nobody understand. No one cares. They find themselves alone. You know, I mean, the mental health is something different, dude. Like
tricky situation.
it's a tricky thing, man, and it's so easy to get wrapped up.
Guess who I called?
My
mom.
See, I couldn't call my mom. My mom.
I did. Man.
Yeah, I wish I could have called my mom.
I just told her goodbye.
Oh, I guess I could have called.
I was like, I love you, goodbye.
Right.
I mean, she fucking flipped the fuck out, bro. She's the one that called the ambulance. She's the one that, like, dude, she got all chopped over that shit, man.
Right.
That shit I pulled. But yeah, you know, like, why couldn't you call your mom? Why not?
My mom had just passed away.
Oh damn it!
It was surely
like a dick.
No, you're fine. Because my mom passed away 2 years after my son.
Wow.
So as I'm going on 6 years with my son, I'm going on 3 years with my mom. And my mom passed away the next following my July 25th, which happened to be on my grandmother's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Does it ever fucking end?
Oh, you know, I'm the last of my bloodline, so yeah, it does end eventually.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it end, like,
where do we go from here? Like, you know, it's like so fucking like it's just bad, man. You know, but like when you got good people around you, you know, people love you and thank you, brothers, and like suffer with you. Like, I mean, that's a part of something to fucking look at right there, man. When somebody suffers,
those guys that you see right there, like they've been with me every step of the way.
Fucking
you know what I'm saying? They've seen me in some bad moments. They've seen me in some good moments. You know, things like that. And they're just a small group. I have a small group of people that actually genuinely care.
Hey man, I get to be one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
so I got a small group of people that actually genuinely care about me, and I've never had that before, right? I guess I did. I have family. I have my uncles, I have my little sister, you know, and I know that they care about me. I wish we were closer. But that's something that we're working on, right? You know what I'm saying? And it takes time because, you know, I mean, there's a lot of things that have to be worked out, man. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes down to my family, I kept my life.
Move your chair closer, bro. So your back ain't fucked up, man. You're gonna be leaning up all crazy.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, cool.
Yeah, no, I kept my life very private. Like the things that I went through, I never wanted my family to ever worry about me. So I never told them all the things that I had gone through. And so for the longest time, you know, they had this interpretation of who I used to be. Yeah. But they didn't understand that the person that was in front of them had a long history of violence.
Yeah.
Not just me doing it to other people, but people trying to do it to me as well.
Most definitely.
You know,
that's where a lot of it comes from, too, right? Because you got to fight back. You can't just be like, I'm going to be a pussy and lay down. Like, you know that.
No.
So a lot of people don't understand the psychosis of it, you know, because it's like, dude, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Well,
Like, you know?
by any means necessary, right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? By
they be
any
like,
means
yeah, man,
necessary.
I'm here to kick your ass. Like, really, motherfucker?
Yeah, well,
I'm
dude,
gonna kill you.
I've had many people come up and be like, "You want to fight?" I was like,
I wouldn't.
"Yeah,
I wouldn't.
I do want to fight." And they just look at me, right?
I would never fight this guy.
But they would just look at me and go, "Hold on, that was too fast." I was like, "Was there supposed to be a hesitation?"
Sure.
You came up to me saying that you want to fight. I want to oblige.
Fuck that, dude. I'm sick that. I'm sick that day, bro. I'm sick that day. Sorry, brother. I'm sick that day.
And that's what it was. I was like,
I'm
okay,
sick
yeah,
that
I would definitely oblige you. I would definitely oblige you. Let's fight then.
I don't think so.
And they would look and go, "Dang, this is not the fight I wanted to pick." I go, "No, you didn't really. It didn't take too much to pick it. Like, I'm not much of an argument type of person. Like, we don't have to argue.
Sucker.
Yeah, we don't have to argue. If this is what you want to do, then yeah, you know."
Well, you just made a bad decision.
Well, I figured, you know, the way that I looked at it was, if you come up on me and you want to fight, especially with the reputation that I had,
Oh yeah.
in my mind,
That's why I said wrong decision.
I was going, maybe this dude will whoop me.
Oh yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I know, and then that kind of takes over. You're like, all right,
I'm curious. I'm curious if you
test this theory.
Let's test the theory, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna make sure that if you beat me or whatever, I'm gonna make sure you don't get jumped.
Oh yeah,
It's a one-on-one fight, fair fight.
But even after that, I would still back that homie up, man. You know,
No matter that's the whole thing. I always told my homeboys, man. I was like, look, if a person comes up to me and wants to get me to one-on-one, dude, let's do it. You know, I wasn't the type.
I would still back that person up. So like, say like, you know, you got in a fight with somebody, you know, like, because I have done this, but you know, later on in life, you see them kind of making the same fucking mistakes, and you gotta kind of feel sorry for him.
No,
and you're like, well, no, I literally did. I was like, dude, I gotta back this cat up, dude. Like, he's gonna get his teeth knocked out again.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
You're like, nope.
The way that I see it, right? You know, don't ever let your mouth put you in a situation that you can't get out of.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? So that's called making better choices.
Most definitely.
Now, when you put yourself in that situation, if you're anything like me, I've already thought about 1,000 different ways of how this could go.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And it all boils down to this. I always look at them and go, you know, this is going to go, this is how this is going to go. One of us is going to the hospital and one of us is going to jail. I do not know which one of us is going to go either which place.
Oh, shit. I'm
but
like, you know what, man?
We're about to find out.
I'm like, man, I hope I got some money in my wallet because I got to bail my ass out, dude, because this fucker's going down.
However it worked out, that's the way that we were going to roll it, man. Yeah. I promise you. And you'd be surprised about how many people, once we got to that point, they were just like, nah, man, I was like, no. But honestly, I wouldn't let them walk away from me. Because I figured once you get me to this point and I'm ready to throw hands, you don't get to just walk away. You can't
change your fucking mind.
You don't get to start this engine and then turn it off.
Yeah.
No, it takes a little bit of time for it to cool down, right? You know what I'm saying? So you can't start it and then walk away from me, man. Like, no, and then expect me to walk away, right? Because like I said, that fight or flight, that flight part don't exist with me. I don't run. When I was younger, I did. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I was because I didn't want to fight.
Well, yeah, but we're still trying to figure ourselves out then at that point, you know, in life, going like, oh, fuck, dude, this guy's going to beat the shit out of me.
I used to think so anyway, right? And then it just got to a point. Yeah, my first ever fight. Oh, hell no. My first ever fight, I'm going to tell you, it's a funny story.
Okay.
My first ever fight I ever got into. This kid used to always chase me home off the bus. He used to always bully me, right? And every day I would get off the bus and I would run home. And my mom never knew. And this used to go on for a majority of the school year, right?
Okay.
And one day I was like, all right, I am going to run home again, right? And this dude was like, you know what I'm saying? We're going to fight. We're going to do this, that, and another. And so at the end of the day, I ran home, right? I ran into the house and I ran upstairs and threw my bags in my room and everything else. And my mom is like, I ran past my mom. She looks at me. She goes, excuse me, come here. She was like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "Nothing, Mama, nothing." Right? So I'm already trying to backpedal out of this because
You're already lying, motherfucker.
well, I didn't know this kid was going to come to my door.
Right.
I didn't know he was going to come to the door. And there's a knock at the door. My mom looks at me and she looks at the door. She goes, "Who's that?" I was like, "I don't know." Yeah, he came to my house. He knocked on the door. This man, this kid was very respectful. So my mom opened up the door. She goes, "Yes, can I help you?" And the kid was like, "Yeah, I want to fight your son." Simply put, just like that. And my mom goes, "Okay, I'll be right back." So she closed the door. She comes in there. She was like, "Did you just run home from him?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am."
Yeah,
She was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't raise no pussies."
oh,
That's exactly what she said. She goes, "I don't raise no pussies." So you got one and two choices. You can stay in here with me.
Beat his ass, or I'm gonna beat
or I'm
yours.
gonna beat your ass. And I did like this. I was like, "Well, shit, I know I'm not gonna stay in here with you to get my ass whooped. I'm going outside." So I jumped through that door, man, and beat the holy crap out of this kid, man. My mom pulls me up off of him. She smacks me. I'm like, "But you told me to do it." She was like, "You're not."
She was just trying to make it look, like she was scolding you. That's all.
No, she scolded me. No, she scolded me because I messed that kid up.
Well, good.
I messed that kid up something fierce, man. And she was like, when I said fight, she was like, don't kill him, but you fight him. And I was like, but I don't know what he got. I don't know if he can fight or not. It's my first ever fight. And man, when I beat that kid up, man, and I got in trouble for it, I looked at my mom. I said, "So, am I gonna get in trouble every time I get into a fight?" Like, I'm pretty sure at some point I'm supposed to defend myself, right?
You're like, what the fuck, bud?
Well, I got to get my blood whipped. I'm not even the one who started. Like, remember, I was the one who ran home.
Oh, I didn't do shit.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing. Remember, you told me to go back out there and fight him, right? So yeah, I got my butt whipped behind that, and then
that's all right, man.
But I get it though. I get it though. That was the first of many fights, though.
I'm sure. Fuck, I wouldn't fight you.
First of many fights, dude.
I like to fight, but I wouldn't fight your ass.
Oh man.
I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm sick that day.
I used to have that fear when I used to look at people like, man, especially big game banging. And I'm pretty sure you can relate to this too.
Oh, yeah,
getting into just crazy fights.
Shit that you didn't even fucking know you were even part of.
Yeah. All of a sudden you get punched in the side of your face, looking at people like, okay.
For no fucking reason.
Who just hit me? As a matter of fact, I don't even ask who hit me anymore. As soon as it happens, I'm like, all right, I'm just throwing punches right now.
You have to.
And whoever I hit, yeah. And then find out later on, like, you know why that dude hit you? I'm like, no. I beat up his buddy the other day. Like, I had nothing to do with this.
Yeah, like I don't even fucking know you, bud. You popping me in the
me in the face and carrying on like this. This is not. I don't. No, you just can't go around doing stuff like that. I'm gonna have to punch you back.
It's fucking white people, bro. Sorry. You knew I was gonna throw that shit in there somewhere, homie. Sorry. But not sorry. Fucking around now.
Oh my god.
Watch, we just lost like all kinds of fucking like.
Hopefully they're laughing.
They better be. They're like, fuck you, I'm not doing it anymore.
Hopefully they're laughing.
I promise I'm not prejudiced. My old lady's white. She's fine as fuck.
I don't even know the train of thought anymore. No, I mean, people that watch a show, they know that it's all a lot of fun and games.
Oh yeah.
That's something that we don't tolerate. Is that right there? It's the racism.
Oh,
but joke about it. Have fun with people as long as you're around the right people.
And laughing,
right?
I mean, dude, I'm half white.
That's why I started laughing. That's exactly why I started laughing.
I can talk about this, bro. But and everybody thinks I'm like Korean or like Japanese and shit like that. They're like, he's Japanese. Like, you don't even fucking know me, bro. I've had people walk up to the store, bro, like in the store. Like, okay, so what would you think about this, bro? If somebody really looked at you, like with a serious look on their face, and they're like puzzled, and they're like, what are you? What the fuck would you say? I'm like, fucking human?
I mean,
fuck are you, dude?
Honestly, that's all I could do. I've had people ask me that before, especially when I was bigger
Yeah,
and everything. They go, "What are you?" And I look at them. I go, "I'm the Tony.
Fucking hey, dude.
I'm the Tony. That's all I am. I'm just the Tony, right?"
Fuck, I'm a champion.
And then one guy, he called me a specimen.
What?
Yeah, I
You
was
didn't
huge.
beat his ass?
Oh no, why would I whip him? It was a compliment.
Okay.
He didn't have any. Well, I mean, I was almost 300 pounds.
Man.
But you got to remember. You see how big I am now.
Yeah.
Okay, can you imagine twice that size?
Oh yeah.
At 300 pounds, so a little over twice that size. I was huge, and I was nothing but muscle. So my shoulders was huge and everything else. And he was like, "Jesus, I've heard about you, and seeing you in person, you are a specimen." And I looked at him. I was like,
I get you.
Yeah. And I just looked at him. I was like, I don't think I've ever been called that before.
But hey, I mean, that's cool.
But okay, I like that anyway. Let's do it. And he actually turned out to be really cool. He really did.
Man.
It was just his approach.
Yeah, because I was kind of off put. You don't know what the fuck's going on. So.
We knew what was going on. I had met him in passing a couple of times, but never really been around him for long periods of time.
Almost definitely.
And so he was doing some work at his house, some drywall work at his house, and I ended up going over to help out the guys and everything. And so he got the actually chance to see me in a tank top and everything, and he was just like, "Holy crap. You really are special." He goes, "Holy crap." And I just looked at him. I was like, "What?" He was like,
"Yeah, motherfucker, I ain't no little pussy."
Yeah, he was like, "You're freaking huge, man."
But how cool is that, though, man?
I thought it was cool, man.
Well, yeah.
I really did.
Trip motherfuckers out, dude.
Well, I guess so many people, even now, even at the age that I am now, they automatically want to test me.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I'm in my 40s. I'm almost 50 years old.
Shit, motherfucker, I'm older than you.
I know, yeah. Just a little bit.
This is bullshit. You hearing this?
I heard it all. I'm telling y'all right now, I heard it all. Y'all hear that? He was like, "I'm older than you." See, this is how it all happens. He go try to beat me up later on. And I'm going to have to run. So I need y'all to, if something happens to
him,
me.
Dude, he's full of shit, dude. He's full of shit. This guy's like 20 times my size, dude.
Just so you know, y'all,
Jackie Chan your ass, dude.
Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? He's going Jackie Chan. He's going Jackie Chan me.
Oh, I love you.
I don't even know why I got to be Jackie Chan.
You're fucking awesome. I love you, bro. You're fucking
he said,
awesome,
"I'm a Jackie Chan you."
I'd have to, dude. You're like 20 times my size. I'd have to be like all some sort of fucking. Well, everybody thinks I'm already fucking up on this, dude. That's why I was like, I'm just gonna refer to that. They're like, "Who's this lowrider Japonese guy?"
See what I tell you?
Filipino. Puro Filipino. How we feeling, my brother?
Oh man, I feel awesome, man. This don't bother me. Like I went numb in the last.
You get your endorphins.
Yeah, I went numb the last part of the letters that you were doing down there.
Yeah.
So honestly, I don't feel anything except for what you're.
It's kind of fucking with right now.
Yeah, and I don't even feel that.
But it's not bad, huh?
No, not bad at all.
Too shabby. So you're gonna have like. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm done.
Okay.
So yeah, let's talk about running with the Sons of Saurus, man. I think.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
All right, man.
Because I know you said you got into a lot of stuff when you was running with them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So
let's talk about that.
I was never a son. Let's get that fucking straight. Because no, for real, that should get you killed.
It will.
You don't ever claim shit that ain't yours.
That's
man.
true.
Never.
That's true.
But I ran with those cats.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I was never a son. I got offered several times to be like a prospect and things like that, but I was like, nah, it's kind of ruining my life. But I'll tell you what, man, these cats they're rough, tumble ass motherfuckers, dude. But I'll tell you what, they are the kindest people you'll ever meet in your life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these guys, and it's pura familia, man. It's real family.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, like you. We would have like these nights, man, and everybody would say, "Okay, tonight's my time at my house." So every motherfucker needs to show up here. So everybody pile up over there, and we'd have like big dinners, dude, and barbecues, and it was Talk about love, dude. I mean, I'm talking like fucking pure, straight fucking love, man. You know, it was just they're a real rough and tumble crowd. Like you gotta be able to fucking stand up, man. You know, with them cats, and that's why I really never wanted to do it. I was like, fuck this, dude. Like these guys will kill my ass. But it was the shop I was working at. So he was affiliated,
Okay.
and we're not allowed to say the actual name. So
No, you're good.
yeah, we're not supposed to say.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
we're not allowed to. Like that's, I'll get you hurt real fast.
Right.
But it was the shop I was working at. It was very close and affiliated. I have known a lot of these guys, and they've been my friends since way before they were even
that's what you were
patch
saying.
members, man.
Yeah,
Way
that's what you
before
were
they were
saying.
even patch members. But so at the shop, so see, I mean, it's set aside. Being able to run those cats was pretty fucking cool. But like the shop that I worked at, set aside, it was very, 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 very related. I mean, like you imagine going to work and you gotta have a fucking 9mm packed in your ass crack every second.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you had to. It's just like, motherfucker, you better.
You might want to have it on you.
Yeah.
It's not that you had to, but you might want to have it on you.
Yeah. You don't never know what's going to happen.
Oh, no, man.
But these cats are cool. I got to learn a lot of really neat stuff from I will not mention his name. I cannot. I will not. If he's watching, he knows who I'm talking about. But he was a very big person and influence in my life. He still is. I got to talk to him the other day. He's a very helpful, true fucking brother, dude. And we ain't done yet. I just got
no, dude.
But are we liking it so far?
Oh yeah, dude, I love it.
I gotta fancy that shit up.
Yeah, I love it, man.
I'm gonna be like, dude, man, what the fuck? We gotta fancy that shit.
Yeah, I love that, dude. Like I said, and it's he's been gone for quite some time, so for me, it's like my own personal memorial.
But I think that's cool, dude.
For
I think
him.
it's neat that we get to actually do that today.
Right.
Like you talking about your son and all that stuff too. Like, and then inviting me on, like, get the fuck out of here, dude. You fucking motherfucker, dude.
When we first met, like I said, man, you humbled me because you didn't have to come and do this, right? You know what I'm saying? And for you to even come up and share your story like that, man, that's humbling to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm having a blast listening to you.
Yeah, bro.
I'm learning so much. And I know that the people out there that are listening to you, and watching you in your element as you're doing this, like to me, that's humbling.
Thank you, man. Like,
yeah,
awesome, brother.
Because you're giving me something as well. Like you giving me.
But I gotta say thank
something,
you, man. You guys are beautiful people, man. I don't know, like whenever I got to meet, Josh and Nate and you, it was fucking nuts, man. Like I was just like, where did these cats come from? Like what the fuck just happened, man? But then know that it's actually real.
Yeah,
it's not bullshit.
Yeah,
it's not some little gimmick or schmooze or whatever, man. Like it's like the deal, man.
Yeah,
so it's nice to be able to be like around wonderful people.
Right,
it's just like holy shit.
Right, and that's what we're all about, man. We're all about good vibes, being around great people, and like doing what we do as far as the podcasting, all these little events and stuff that we do. We enjoy doing it. Honestly, we really do.
Please don't ever change.
And like one time I'll tell you how we all got here, man. Like it's crazy. Talking about the journey, right? You know what I'm saying? And you go on the path that you're doing and things like that. So I lost the feeling in my fingers, right? So I can't draw anymore. But see, now the crazy part about it is that just because I couldn't grip a pencil or a pen, it manifested itself in a different way.
Oh, right on. What was it?
You know what I'm saying? It came out through the podcast. It came out through the creativity and being around other creators. And we just wanted to do stuff that's never been done before.
Well, I got to say something about that really quick. I ain't trying to fucking like blah, blah, blah. And I hope be overbearing, but
holy shit, like you guys are fucking. Like I never even thought anything like this actually existed, and then this is really straight me and you. Like this is fucking real, man. I told fucking Josh this too, man. Even Nate, he and I kind of had a small conversation about it, but I mean, like something like this it's different. Just like you just said, I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
You know, never had it. Something that didn't exist.
Right.
But for me to know with all the bullshit I've gone through, all the pain, this horrible fucking divorce, all these terrible things that I'm going through, to be able to be around really good, strong motherfuckers, man. And we're all men. And it ain't no contest. It ain't no pissing contest. It ain't no who's stronger. It's not.
Yeah.
It's love, dude.
What are we competing against?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we all got here.
Mind,
yeah,
man.
well we all got here, right? You know what I'm saying? From
I love you guys.
From the things that we've gone through.
Yeah.
And that's what Memories of Us is all about. It's about men being able to open up, be around other men, be supported.
This motherfucker right here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But that's what it's all about, because coming from a man's perspective, we don't get the opportunity to speak or feel validated because of what someone else may think about us. Right?
Because we're the man. We're supposed to be
right. We're supposed to be the tougher ones, but but we're born with these emotions, man. We're born with all of these things that go on, and now people are actually starting to see that men go through a lot of things.
Yeah,
we do. The things that you think that may not happen, it happens to us.
Oh yeah.
You know, it really does. But we're supposed to brush it off. But see, now here's where the problem lies, right? We brush it off so much that
stop caring.
That we stop caring about other things, and then we become solitary. We become isolated. We start to try to fix ourselves. Well, we try to fix ourselves, right? Up here.
Yep.
And it's the isolation that comes with it. We make bad decisions, and so the people look at all of the things that we do when we're manifesting it, right? When it's manifesting itself. Like the drug addiction or the alcoholism or, you know what I'm saying, the homelessness, the anger issues, going back and forth to jail and things like that. Like no one really, they just look and see what they want to see. No one really goes, I wonder what else is going on with that man.
Yeah. I had the same thought with something, and I just kind of want to elaborate on something. One of my things is, this is big for me, man. You've already experienced this, you've known it, and I know you know it, and you know it probably a whole lot better than I know it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry that you have to know this. I'm sorry I have to know this. I'm sorry everybody in the fucking world has to know this. But you know what? Like, you see a homeless person, and everybody is so mean.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck you, get a job, or here's 15 cents, or throw like food at them, or fuck you. Like, come on, man. Now, if they would stop and they would shut the fuck up and they would think, and they would say, this is somebody's dad, this is somebody's son, this is somebody's grandson, this is somebody's husband, and what happened to them that they have to be out on the streets, cold, hungry, begging, embarrassing themselves with stupid little signs, man. Yeah, there's a bunch of punks, man, that just panhandle and shit like that just to get,
right.
But I mean, at the same damn time, like, what happened to this person in their life? And nobody wants to think about that part. Everybody's just like, fuck you, get a job. Like, hey, man, I'm sorry, like, I don't drive a Lexus and I don't have 20 G's in the bank. Fuck you, dude. Like,
when I can only speak from when I was homeless and things like that. When I was homeless, I avoided people.
Yeah.
I really did. Coming from an area where I was gang banging, selling dope, had money all the time, to just lose it. Yep. Yeah, mine was shame. I mean, I couldn't go back to the hood, right? You know what I'm saying? And I had started going into the homeless stage while I was in the hood. So even the guys in the hood that was looking at me, they were like, "Oh man, look at a big homie, man!" Like, and none of them offered to help me.
Nope.
And those were the same dudes. The same dudes that saying that I got your back, but I was the one that whenever they needed something, I was always there. It didn't matter. So when they turned their back on me, I was like, screw it, you know. And when I walked away from everything, the agreement was don't come back to the hood, you know. And I had let all of that go, and from since that time up until I ran across another good friend of mine from some years ago, dude, it was horrible. I mean, people, man, when I tell people that it was so bad that when I pulled my socks off, it would take pieces of my feet with it.
I'm sorry, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I finally, you know what I'm saying, was able to take a shower and things like that and get out the underwear that I was in and all of these different things, you know what I'm saying? I mean, my clothes stood up by themselves. They were so hard and crusty because I hadn't been able to take care of myself.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And it was just like I'm walking everywhere. Same shoes. I mean, my shoes had holes in them. I only had I didn't have much left when I lost everything the last time. That was it. I only took what I had, and there was nothing else left. And so I never panhandled. I never panhandled, right? And it was just like every day, man. I'm walking past people and people just look at me, turn their nose up. So I knew not to talk to no one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My thing was it was the shame because it had happened. Yeah.
Shame. It's
Well,
like
I watched my life fall apart.
Yeah, but I know. Well, not only forceful shame within ourselves, but it's like forceful shame to like people are like pushing this on you. Like you couldn't even like smile and say hello, how are you?
Yeah.
You know, like in a normal fucking manner, and people are like,
yeah. I mean,
so it's forceful shame within their eyes. They're saying,
it is, but now my mentality at that time was pretty much the same. I didn't like people. I really did.
Still don't.
I did not get along. I couldn't get along with nobody. Right?
I still don't.
You know, and it was just like, you know what I'm saying? When I became homeless, I became more aggressive.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the last part of me just not, this was the first time I was homeless out here. It wasn't the last time. I've been homeless 14 times in the state of Colorado.
Yeah, brother.
14 damn times. It's something.
Well, we ain't going to be 15.
No, we ain't doing 15. Well, actually, we already passed that one.
Oh.
The last one. Remember I was telling you with COVID, my friend who passed away, and I had to move out of that place. Yeah. And it wasn't for Josh and
that was an interesting time.
Yeah, that was an interesting time. When I say that I watched the whole household get wiped out, I'm not making it up.
Dude, I wouldn't think of mine for a fucking second, dude. I mean, something like that's tragic.
Here's a question for you guys. Sorry to cut you
No.
off.
I want to hear you.
So now that we have the hand sanitizer, if you guys want to keep talking, you can. We can get.
Oh, no, we're gonna.
another one.
He's taking a little bit of a break. We're just talking right
We're
now.
just fucking around with
Yeah, we
stuff,
could.
dude.
No,
We're just
I'm
talking
throwing out
shit.
options
We can
here.
take a quick cigarette break. It's
Yeah.
been 2 hours.
Okay.
Let's get
Everybody
going.
who's paying attention right now, thank you for tuning in, and we'll be right back in like 15 minutes. We're going to take a short break, give his hands a break and everything, and we're going to go back in here. Hope you guys are enjoying the podcast so far, and please invite more people to come in and enjoy this amazing story. And we love you. Come and participate in the comments. Share some of your stuff with us, and we'll be back shortly. All right. Thank you guys for holding on with us. We are back from a short break. And we're going to continue with Mike's amazing story.
Okay, what am I talking about right now?
Wherever you want to start, bro. Where you want to start? We talked a little bit about the about your path when you were hanging out with the sons.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
it was
how that lifestyle was going.
Oh, it was a very different lifestyle. You know, you have to like part of that. And I mean, honestly, like, man, you don't name drop ever. You don't ever name fucking drop, and you don't ever talk bad, man. But this is you already know about all that shit, dude. I mean, you wouldn't either.
No.
You know, it's a different situation because you don't know, like what the fuck you're getting into. But very caring, very, very caring people that back you up in a fucking heartbeat. But it's like whenever, all the shit comes to life, when you're in a tattoo shop, that they're all very, very, very affiliated, and you're kind of required to carry, loaded weapons on you. Not only is it like, hey, kind of a requirement, but mostly what it is it's safety, it's protection for yourself.
Right.
You need to have it, like you were talking earlier. You have to have it because if you don't, you never know what's actually going to happen.
That's very true.
Yeah, so
That's true.
I saw a lot of crazy things, man. I saw this homeboy. I'll tell you this, man. This was fucking crazy. Watch, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna sting a little bit, big dog.
That's all right.
So I saw this homeboy. He came in, and he was told straight up. He was like, "All right, man, this is how this shit's gonna work." He was like, "Where's the keys to that bike?" This cat was like, I ain't got him on me. I ain't got him on me. He told me, he's like, all right, I'm going to give you about 15 minutes, man. It's like, you get your fucking ass back here. And within 15 minutes, I better have the keys to that bike. And he's like, and you better drop that bike off. Title signed. And now it's mine. Bro. It was fucking nuts, man. We had pistols whipped out. It was fucking crazy. But, the cat came back, that's damn sure. And he threw down them keys. He didn't have any fucking arguments whatsoever. And, he threw those keys down. And I watched this cat's fucking bike get taken away from him.
Yeah.
And what would you think, man, if you had a badass Harley and some motherfucker just decided to take it from you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That looking all right, bro?
That looks beautiful, man.
Yeah, I just want some real curls in here. I want some fucking badassness, man. We got to deck it out. This is something for someone that, means something to you.
Yeah,
so.
he was a good friend of mine.
Well, now he gets to be on you forever, my brother. That's just a rough draft. We're going to have to
Before you get started, can
Yeah.
we shift you back? That way you can
Over here?
keep drifting this way.
Is that better, bro?
I believe so. Yeah, that was
It's hot as fuck in here, man.
I know, buddy. We've got it the best that we can. We're risking background noise to
Oh, yeah,
keep it
yeah,
as
yeah.
cool as we possibly can.
Right. I mean, you ready?
I'm ready.
So, yeah, within that situation, it was just a different world. It was a different realm. It was, some shit that, you're there and, man, you ain't fucking leaving. That's just how it is, You're already in too deep. You're already a part of it. And, so it sucks and it's a trip for sure. But I mean, all in all, when you actually look at it, they weren't bad people whatsoever. They would fucking back you up within heartbeats. You never had to worry about, being protected. That's for damn sure.
Right.
Now whenever you're a Swedenio and you're on the other side, and you fucking, you're a rival gang member, that's a different story.
Oh man,
Because those homies, like you were saying, man, those motherfuckers don't care about you.
no.
They don't give a shit about you. You're there because, like, you're their fucking wingman. You're the motherfucker that's good. You know, you're the one that gets shit blamed on you. That's what that shit is.
Well, depending on who you are, too.
Yeah.
You know, like only times I ever got caught for someone else. I mean, it happened. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And it was just one of those things. You know, you go by the rules of the
Yeah, you
street,
better.
so to speak. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't go around dropping names and stuff like that,
Hell
man.
no.
You just don't do it. Like, you know, when I went to prison, you know, like I said, it was like keep your mouth shut and just do the time.
Keep your head down, keep your mouth shut.
But then there was another side to it as well. Considering what I got caught for and everything, and what I didn't get caught for.
Yeah.
It kind of balanced itself out.
Ah, see?
You know, it was like, oh man, I gotta go to prison now.
Yeah, but
And
you
then-
kind of got a little bit of relief, didn't you?
Yeah, because
You got lucky.
you know, and some people say that too, man. They were like, dude, you got lucky because I tell you what, when you went in, there was some people coming looking for you.
Oh,
I was just like, what? And they were people that I didn't even know. They just heard about me and was gonna come and get me.
Oh yeah.
So I ended up going to prison, right?
Yep.
And so I'm like, in a way, I was mad
Yeah.
because it was like it made me feel as if I'm running from something.
Yeah, when you're not even a runner.
Yeah, no, it was like, man,
fuck
I ain't
you,
running
I'll
from
fucking
these.
kick your teeth out.
Yeah, man, like no, you walk me up. Shoot, let's
Right here,
dance.
sucker.
Let's dance, you
That's
know.
what it's supposed to be.
And you know, and just like you said, being in the gangs and everything, you got to know how to walk.
Yeah,
You definitely got to know how to walk, man. You
It's a
know,
different story.
and you got to know who's the who, right? You know what I'm saying? And understand your boundaries too, because there are boundaries when you're a gangbanger. You can't just go out in public. You know,
You ain't allowed, man.
yeah, you're not allowed to do that. Not without something on you.
Yeah.
Like you said, you know, like we're both talking about. You know, I'd rather have and that guy back then. My motto was I'd rather have it than not have it.
Yeah.
You know, because I almost got caught one time where I didn't have it, and dude almost lit me up.
Yeah, that's the time where you need it the most.
Yeah. And then there was one time where I didn't have it, and they actually got me. Yeah.
What happened there?
Oh man. Late 90s. I had my little girl with me, and I was taking her to the daycare.
Uh-huh.
And this is a little bit, I was taking her to the daycare, and these rivals saw me carry my daughter. They ended up pulling up right in front of the daycare. Now I could see the door to the daycare from where I was standing, and I got my little girl in my arms. Well, actually, I had her on my neck at first. And when they pulled up, they started throwing up gang signs, and I'm thinking to myself, got to get out of here.
Fast.
Got to get out of here. I already know what's going on. And by the time I turned around,
you jump, homie.
yeah, no, they was going to shoot me.
Fucking A.
No, they weren't doing the jumping
Don't give
thing.
shit to kids there.
Yeah, no, they were going to take me, and that's exactly what happened, man. They ended up unloading on me. I grabbed my little girl, balled her up in my arms, and kind of turned to where if the bullets was going to hit me, it was going to hit me and not her.
Oh yeah. Most
And
definitely.
so that's exactly what I did too. I was like, yeah, I got to cover up.
They
I got
hit
to
you
make
up
sure.
or what?
Yeah, they got me. They got me pretty good too.
Damn, dog.
When they got done, they thought I was dead. I ended up getting up and walking over, taking my little girl to the daycare. And I dropped her off at the daycare, bloodied and everything. They was like, oh my God. I was like, call CPS.
Yeah.
Tell them to come get my daughter. It was like, I was like, because I'm not letting this one go.
Yeah.
I am not letting this one
Well,
go.
you can't.
And I went home, took a shower, changed clothes, and called up one of my partners, and I woke up in the hospital. They had little plugs and stuff in me.
Oh yeah, for real.
I was like, and I was so mad, man. I was so mad. I was just going, wow, man. Like they got me.
But you know what, man? That's all right. Because when you really look at it, to me, in my eyes, they didn't get you.
Well, I'm
If they
still
got
here.
you, yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't
talking,
be here.
brother.
Right. No,
They didn't
but
get you.
I was
Fuck
still,
those fools.
yeah, I'm still here though, you know, and it was just like, damn, but I had to take it though. And that was the sad part about it was like any other time, I wouldn't even be this upset because I know what I did,
Yeah.
you know, I was upset at the fact of that they did it when I had my daughter.
Well, yeah, that's your weakest moment, man. They don't give a fuck.
Right.
There's no heart there, homie. There's no corazon there, man. There's nothing. They're like, you know what? We're gonna catch you with the weakest fucking moment, man, and this is what we're gonna do.
Yep. And they knew I couldn't fight back.
Hell yeah.
And that's all it was. They were like, we got him. And so I was like, all right, cool. We're just gonna roll with it then. Right?
Fuckers.
And yeah, that was the last time that they tried that crap.
Fucking quick, huh?
Uh-huh. Oh, because I ended up leaving the hospital after they shot me up and everything. Y'all was mad, dude. Like I'm waking up, I'm looking at my homeboys. I'm like, where's my clothes? They was like, they had to cut them off here. I was like, what do you mean? I got this catheter in me and I got these IVs in me and stuff like that. And I'm looking around and I'm mad. That is, man, I was so mad. I told my homie, he was like, don't even worry about it. I got your clothes. I got you some other clothes, man. We brought them up here. I was like, all right, cool. So I ended up dipping out the hospital. They were like, you can't leave. I was like, I'm leaving, man. Like, you don't understand.
Like, what do you mean? Watch me
leave. I pulled out everything, man. Pulled out the freaking catheter and everything. That was painful. Right?
Right.
And then next thing you know, I was just like, oh, you bastards, man. And that's all I could think about. And then the homies that I was with, I thought those was my ride or die dudes, right? And I was like, dude, let's go handle this.
Yeah.
You know? But that's when I found out that maybe I was just a little bit too loyal to the wrong.
Oh yeah, because then they don't want to be.
Yeah, they didn't want to come. They didn't want to come play with me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, well, since I got to do this on my own, I'm done with y'all, man.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is in like relationships, bro. Like you know what I'm saying, dog? Like, oh, I guess I was a little too loyal. Like now you don't want to play, motherfucker.
Yeah, now you don't want to play. Like, yeah, man, but. You know, lessons learned. You know, like I said, man, it's part of that journey of becoming who we are nowadays, right? Yeah. You know, and you know, and yours is pretty similar to that. Well, I don't know about the shooting part, but
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that part wasn't, you know, but I mean, honestly, man, to be honest with you, man, I'm glad your ass lived. I get to fucking tattoo you.
See,
I get to hang out and fucking talk some shit to my homie. Fucking,
I love it.
I think it's fucking dope, dude. Watch, dude. Check it out now. Yeah. Fucking graffiti the shit out of this.
I see that, man. That is nice.
I'll make this motherfucker sick, dog. Play no damn games.
I love it, man.
This is all freehand, too, dude. I'm just fucking drawing on you, dude. That's all I'm doing.
Told you, talented person, man. Talented individual.
Thank you so very much.
Very talented.
Very lot to me. And I get to talk to my old lady on the phone at the same time?
What? So you got into drugs and stuff as well, right?
Yes, I got into a lot of drugs. I was a heroin addict for a very long time.
Now, how did that come about?
Okay, so I was working at this tattoo shop, man. And this girl, I can't remember her fucking name, man, but this chick looked like a damn, like, for real, homie. She looked like a fucking vampire, bro. Like, for real, like, she was just pale ass skin, you know, and, you know, but, so I had to, like, use the bathroom one day, and I can't remember her name, whatever, but I was like, hey, man, I'm like, fuck, dude, I gotta take a piss, man, we're at the tattoo shop. And she's like, just hang on. And I was like, fuck you, I'm just going to come in. And the door was unlocked, and I walked in, and she had a needle, man. She was shooting up. Wow. And she was shooting up straight black. And then she asked me, she's like, you want some, man? And I was like, nope. I said, but I'll smoke that shit. So I was never a needle user. I would smoke black tar heroin, and I did it for years and years. She was my connect, you know, and I would always just get all my drugs from, you know, well, my heroin from her anyway. But, yeah, you know, I started getting into that. It was a very crazy euphoric feeling. You know, like something that, you know, like I can't even understand like how it felt. It was so amazing, you know. But having that feeling and knowing that it's right there and so easy to obtain, scared the shit out of me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it scared me. Like, dude, like this isn't right, man. So I continued on that path of smoking heroin for a really long time, man. And finally one day I was just like, this shit's gonna fucking kill me, you know?
Yeah.
And so it took me a while to get away from it, but it was damn, man, did I have fun doing it? And I ain't gonna lie, man. I know people are watching shit. But I'll tell you what, man. It was a very serious situation, you know, being a heroin addict. But I'm glad it's out of my life. I'm glad it's gone. The best euphoric feeling is knowing that it's not there anymore.
Right.
You know, and just knowing that I don't have to deal with it anymore. You know. But yeah, it was an extreme serious habit. Lots of money. Yeah. But I jumped that shit, man. Everybody says, you know, heroin, you ain't never going to get rid of it.
Mm.
I was like, fuck you, watch me. And I did it. And that's one of those crazy things, man. If I can jump out of heroin, if I can jump out of crazy shit like that, man, I can do anything.
There you go, man.
I can do anything, my dog.
There you go, man. It's willpower, man. You have to want it. You have to want and not do it.
Yeah.
You know? And I think, like, I never went down the drug path, right? I mean, the biggest thing I ever did was, you know, I tried acid a couple times, realized that wasn't for me. Yeah, that wasn't for me.
Not fun.
I was 100 times violent on acid.
Ugh.
And people was like, you shouldn't. I was like, yeah, you're absolutely right. I shouldn't be doing that because
it's bad.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. And then I tried mushrooms.
See, I'm a mushroom fanatic.
Yeah, I'll do mushrooms here and there. I don't do them all the time and stuff like that. But you know, like the feeling of connecting to the universe. There's wisdom inside of it.
Almost definitely.
Right? You know, like every time I've done it, I've come back with new knowledge. Like, holy crap, I didn't even think about it.
Well, it opens your mind.
Right. And that's what I never knew that before. I thought people were just doing it just a trip, you know. But I wasn't much on hallucinogenics though.
Right.
Heroin, never even, not
even once.
Not even once.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
man. Being able to do. I mean, having it so easily accessible. You know, motherfucking Loveland, Colorado, and I can go literally give me 3.5 grams of fucking black tar heroin in like fucking 45 seconds.
Yeah, see, that's crazy.
You know,
but I can't say nothing because so when I was out there and I was dealing drugs and everything like that, I was dealing crack, right?
Oh yeah,
and it wasn't nothing for me to go right next door and go get an ounce and drop it up and sell it, right? And that's another drug I've never tried. I've never tried coke. I've never tried crack. I've never tried any of that.
Coke addict too for a long time, man.
Yeah,
cocaine addict.
I just never had the desire to do it. I really didn't. Like, and I guess that came from some old school cats that I used to hang around with. They were like, dude, if we catch you doing this, like it's going to be bad. And I was just like, and I knew. And then when I seen what they did to one guy who was actually got hooked on it, right? Man, they treated him so bad. They were like, he's no good anymore. You know, you might as well mistreat him. I was just like, damn.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was the quickest, easiest way to do it.
Right.
You know, it was something, you know, so fast that you could just get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but also to treat others like they just want anything.
Yeah, and that's what it was like.
I don't know you anymore. Like what?
Well, that's what it was like.
What the fuck just happened here, man?
Dude, times on East Colfax. Woo.
Yep, fucking Denver.
Oh my God, dude.
I hate Denver.
Back in the early 90s, man, East Colfax was not the place that you wanted to go hang out at, man.
I don't know.
If you wasn't familiar with it, it was not the place, man.
I would go up there and buy crap.
See, and that was what East Colfax was known for.
I always go up there and eat crap.
Yeah.
you know, and it was just so easily, like I was saying before, it's just easily obtainable.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, all you got to do is just be like literally whistle, and you'll have some fucking crazy bitch with a
Yep.
bag of crack right there. Dude.
Yep.
And she's ready to fuck you too, because she's a hooker. And you're like, I don't want none of that.
I
just
want some
drugs.
drugs, you know? Oh, man. You know, but
Yeah.
that's the crazy part about it, man, is that you knew everybody, and it wasn't what people thought it was,
Yep.
right? You know what I'm saying?
Not
You had your gang bangers, you had your pimps, and you had the hookers.
Yep.
And then you had the addicts.
Fucking drug dealers.
Yeah, man, it was like you watch all of this stuff, and you think in the back of your mind, like, this can't be real.
But it is.
But it is.
Sucks.
Right?
Like right in front of your face too, bro.
Oh my God, dude.
Like right there in front of your face. There ain't shit you can do about it.
Nothing at all. And you just watching it going, eventually tomorrow, this is not going to be here.
Yeah, well, that's why I did the whole like embrace thing. I was like, well, fuck it, I can't beat it. I might as well just join it.
Right.
And then I figured it out. I was like, damn, Mike, you're fucking stupid, man. Like, whoa, shit. Like, you're not allowed to do this. Like, you're not allowed to be a part of this, you know? Like, it's just, I don't know. It got to me after a while.
I think it gets to everyone after a while, unless they're just a career criminal.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when I decided that I was done with everything. A friend of mine just got shot. She got shot like 5 times.
What?
Yeah, she got shot while she had her daughter. She was coming
She
out of the
didn't
house.
live? No?
Huh?
She didn't live?
No, she lived. She's paralyzed.
Oh, but hey, she's alive. She
Yeah,
probably don't
she's still
want to be.
alive. You know, and then shortly after that, her boyfriend killed her kid.
Get the fuck out.
Beat her kid to death. Broke her ribs, broke her, you know, like, dude, messed her all up and everything. And I was just like, oh, and he was surreal.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, see, you know, that's one of the things I really hate, because my family is attached to that, and they're puro, you know, pure fucking sureños, man. They're like straight bloods, and they have this. Oh, sorry, bro.
Oh, you got
They
it.
have this like really shitty fucking mentality, you know, of being like some poor excuse for a fucking person. I mean, that's what I always thought. I was like, damn, man, like you could do so much better in life.
I think it was just part of the territory, though.
Well, it was.
Yeah, I
mean,
think it was part of the territory, and I say that with all due respect, because you know, growing up around it and being involved in it and things like that, there was just some things that was just normal for us.
Well, yeah, because I
You
mean,
know?
it's an everyday occasion.
Right.
Like you see a motherfucker getting wrapped up, dude. Whatever, dude. Fucking do your thing, man. Walk on by.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and be like, yo, okay, I see you when you get out, homie.
Well, and it was just like the police as well, right? You
Yeah.
know, like the police used to come up in there and beat the shit out of people, kill us, and shit like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
and people would just look at it like this is
It
normal.
was an everyday.
Yeah, it was an everyday thing. It was nothing for us to see the police running up on us. You know,
Oh, yeah.
it wasn't nothing for us to be hemmed up by the police on a daily basis.
Especially when you're fucking living in projects.
Yeah, or living in out of motels, because I did that for a long time
fuck,
too.
Bro, I just actually I was just doing that not too long ago. Quite literally. Yep, quite literally.
It's a-
Living
dude,
in
it's
fucking
a-
hotels, bro.
It's a hard
Yeah.
life, man. That's a hard lifestyle, man. And I realized that, man. It was like I thought that once I started trying to get myself together, I can just go, you know, rent a hotel room until I figure out something. Right?
And then your money runs out. you're fucked.
Man,
You feel comfortable for like a couple nights. You're like, oh yeah, I got this.
yeah.
And then like once your money's gone, you're like,
It's
Now
back,
what the fuck
it's
do I
back to
do?
hustling again.
yep,
It's back to hustling
right back
again.
to the same bullshit you tried to get
Uh-huh.
away from.
And then it's a repetitive cycle.
Yep.
And that's all it is. It's a repetitive cycle that seems like it just doesn't want to end.
But
Right.
you won't.
And you know, I've known people for a very long time who still lives that lifestyle. But I've seen people come out of it too.
I was
You know?
the same way, dude. I was a thief, man. I would steal. I was like, well, you know what, man? I'm like, I don't have anything, and I really don't want to be a thief, but you know, I would go to people's back porches, bro. When I was homeless, man, I hit like, you know, condos, apartment buildings, and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd have shit on their back porches like laundry. They'd have like mats, you know, like rugs, fucking shit like that, little barbecue grills. Oh yeah, dude, I'd snake all that shit up, and I would go fucking make a camp,
Okay.
and I would fucking snag all their bullshit, dude. And I did that for a long time. You know, every time I was fucking on the outs, man. You know, I was like, hey, I know where I can get my kind of, so to speak, quick fix. You know what I mean? Like, all you gotta do is hit somebody's back porch, man.
See, I was more the aggressive type. Like when it really came down to, I think the second time I lost everything, oh dude, I was so mad. And I had this mentality of, how is it that you're gonna walk around with that much money in your pocket and I'm broke?
Yeah, exactly. I ain't got shit.
Man, the nighttime became my friend.
Oh yeah.
And the weekends became my joy pot, man. Because I would catch those dudes coming out of the clubs and everything.
Oh fuck yeah, man. Stomp them up real quick.
No, I wouldn't stomp them up. And thank God I didn't ever have to shoot anybody neither. But I obtained a gun, man, and I was like, shit, I'm about to go get paid, man. And I went down there and started hanging downtown Denver at those little nightclubs and catch people coming out to their cars. And I would just walk up on them. And instead of pulling the gun on them, I would pull it on the person that they're with.
Oh yeah.
There's a reason why you with this individual.
Yep.
I was like, you're gonna give me everything you got, or I'm gonna shoot her or him or whoever it was. And they were like, oh my God. I was like, just shut up. Don't be causing all this.
Shut up and give me the fuck money, man.
Don't be causing all such a scream.
Let's not make this wrong.
Just give me the money, and that way I can go ahead and move on about my day.
Yep.
You know, you're gonna be mad, but I'm pretty sure you got more in your ATM.
Yeah.
You know, and that was I actually walked up on somebody at the ATM. I broke off of it though when I realized the ATMs had cameras.
Oh yeah, dude, get the fuck out of there,
dude. I had my man dead.
There ain't no place for you.
I had him dead on point, man. I saw him pull at least $600 out the ATM downtown Denver.
Yeah, but that's not a place you want.
No, but I walked up on him though. I looked up and I saw the camera, and I'm standing right behind my man. Mm-hmm. And all I had to do was put the gun out and put it into his side. Right? And then I realized that you can see me.
Yep.
The whole camera can see me. You got a whole view right here. So I turned around and I walked away, and my man was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for taking so long. I was like, oh, man, you good,
those
man.
Motherfuckers looking square at your face,
Square at my face, man. But luckily I didn't do it, though. Good thing I didn't do it, man. Because
they would have caught me. Fucking joint right now. We wouldn't even be here.
We wouldn't be talking right now, man.
You'd still be locked up,
man.
You'd still be in trouble,
dude. That's a 20-year sentence right there.
Oh, fuck it, it's not more.
Yeah, I've seen people get more.
Oh yeah, man. Shit, man. One of my homeboys, dude. He's a weirdo, dude. He's a white cat, man. He's cool as fuck, man. Again, can't name drop, but this cat, so there was a Masonic, how do you say it? Masonic temple, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just him and his homie, dude. They're all fucked up. And they picked up a fucking parking brick, the fucking big giant fucking motherfuckers, dude. You know what you park your car in front of?
Yes.
They took this motherfucker and swung it into a fucking Hindu church, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, they were filmed. They got popped. Yeah, homeboy, he went down, dude, for a while because they called it a hate crime.
Yeah.
And all because it was like one of those temples. It was like just a religion. It was someone's religion.
Right.
So what they did was they categorized it as a hate crime. And poor guy, like, I was in county with his ass, and before he fucking went straight, dude, I was like, damn, bro. He was like, I know, it was a fucked up mistake. I'm like, dude, you stupid.
Dude, I seen another good friend of mine. This dude got a murder pinned on him. He can't make it up. His brother got railroaded. So not only did my one boy he got life plus 100 years. Life plus 100 years. My other buddy, his brother, got 22 60-year sentences.
How the fuck does that work? 22 60-year sentences?
22 60-year sentences.
What would that even be?
Dude, he had them all.
I think he's like, plus life.
But no, he did like this, because we was up in county together, right?
Yeah.
And he comes in after his court case, man, and he's breaking down. He was like, man, they railroaded me, man. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, They gave me 22 60-year sentences.
Get the fuck out of here. How does that even work?
22. And I did like this. I was like, huh? He goes, dude, half the stuff. And he showed me his paperwork, man. He goes, half the stuff that he even charged me with, I never even did.
Yeah, like you don't even know about.
He never even knew about.
Well, they got to pin it on somebody.
They got the dude. They railroaded the crap out of him, dude.
Bullshit, man.
They railroaded the crap out of him. And I just sat back and I was going like this. I was like, that's right now, dude.
Yeah.
All of us that's behind here, we ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
If they don't show you mercy out there, they're gonna hang us.
Well, yeah, definitely, man, because there ain't gonna be no mercy inside.
Mm-mm.
And there never was, and you already know that.
Yeah.
You saw it. I
Well,
saw it. It was
even on the
frightening.
inside, right? You know, even on the inside and everything, man. Like it, for me, it wasn't. I guess it wasn't too bad. You know, like I was in GP for 3 years, and you know,
I was in GP the whole damn time, man.
See, I spent 2 years in solitary.
Oh, you were telling me that.
Yeah. I was in GP for 3 years.
Wrapped up a motherfucker, huh?
No. Okay, so when I first got sentenced, right? I told myself, I said, well, I got 5 years. I'll be out in 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe a year and some change, a year and 3/4. And when I went up for parole, they had slapped extra charges on me for bulldog and inciting a riot, things I never had done. So they denied my parole the first time. And so I go back in GP, and then there was a riot that broke out. I got blamed for it and ended up getting put in a hole. Yeah, I got put in a hole. Dude was like, I was like, okay, whatever.
I didn't even fucking do shit.
Let's go. Let's go. So when that started happening over and over and over again, you know, I just looked at them because it started to take away all my good time.
Oh, yeah.
So I knew it was coming.
Yep.
And so when I ended up going back to court, I even looked at the judge because I knew they wasn't going to grant me, they wasn't going to grant me parole. And I just looked at him. I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and finish this thing out. According to the judge, they sent me back with another charge for me saying that to the judge. And so when I came back, you can't bounce me around the system for 3 years and not having to have a reason why I'm not on parole right now, right? So what they did, they dropped me off of state penitentiary and put me in county for 2 years. And they stuck me in county for 2 years in a hole in solitary confinement. And I was like,
I see what the fuck they were doing.
Yep. They made sure they got their full. They kept me down. They kept me down because they knew I was supposed to have parole.
Yeah.
And when you going up for parole, you got a 90-day turnaround, right? You know what I'm saying? And my charges wasn't violent or anything like that. It was a drug charge, and I'm still
Mine
going.
was violence.
Yeah, mine wasn't violent. You know, I never got in trouble for fighting.
Really?
Except for the last time.
Except for the last time, you motherfucker.
Except for the last time.
I was always fighting, dude. I was always fighting and drugs and stealing, dude.
Well, you know, this
but I don't
last
do that
time,
anymore, man.
I wasn't trying to do this one. I really wasn't. But I got into a fight right up here down the street, man, about last year the year before.
What was it? What happened?
Dude started talking smack because I didn't have on a mask. I just got off work and I was going to go on a call. That's what I was doing. I got off work at 6 o'clock. I got a phone call. So I was doing one-on-ones at the time. And so I was going out to go talk to one of the gentlemen that had called me.
Sure.
And I stopped off because it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'd been up all night. And so I'm like, I need to get something, you know, so I don't fall asleep. So I got coffee, something to eat. And this guy he started coming at me, man, talking about this, that, another. And I looked at him. I was like, man, just give me 5 minutes. I'll be in and out the store. This man didn't have to say nothing to me. Yeah. You know, and then he started talking. He just kept it going, man, kept it going. And finally, I was like, dude, please leave me alone. I don't say please to nobody. Yeah. And he kept doing it. And I was like, dude, please leave me alone. Please. And he was like, he just wouldn't. And finally, I was just like, all right, you want it? I promise you, I'm going to give it to you. You're not going to like it, man. Yep. And he started talking smack again, man. And finally, I was like, all right, my dude. Then he started talking racist stuff. And you know what I'm saying? And
Bad news right there,
that's
bro. That's the
where-
wrong fucking.
Yeah, that's
the wrong
where that one
fucking
started
thing.
going. And I did like this. I was like, dude, please leave me alone, even after all of that. And then finally, I just got tired of his mouth, man, slid up to him. I said, go ahead, say something else to me. I'm going to punch you dead in your mouth.
Oh, fucking quick.
And he opened up his mouth, and I left-handed him. Bam! Right in his mouth. And next thing you know, now I'm fighting this dude up and down the aisles. Yeah, that was.
So did you get the fucking cops called on you? Or what?
Yeah, he called the cops on me.
Did they arrest you?
No, I ran.
Well, hey, I mean, you know. Fuck, hey, it's not like you're gonna wait around. You'd be like, hey, hurry the fuck up, dude. Kind of got shit to do.
Yeah, but look, check it out though. Even though I ran, right, I remember because I'm heavier now, right?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit bigger now. And so the cops see me down the street, and I see the cops, and I'm going like this. I'm going, pew! So I cut through, I cut over through somebody's driveway, jumped their fence, and fell as I was jumping over the fence. Get up, go to another fence. I fall over that fence. I run across the yard.
Were you fucked up?
Oh, my shins were
No,
stressed
were you
out.
like all? Were you?
No.
Oh, you
no,
weren't?
no.
Okay. Because I could see that shit. You'd be like, oh shit.
No, I couldn't jump my big butt across the fence.
Okay.
Every time I did, my foot would hit the top, and I go tumbling across the other side,
Yeah.
right? And so I did that across all three sides. They watched me do it.
Oh damn.
They watched me. They didn't even chase me. That's how clumsy this looked. This is
They're just like, nah, he's good. He'll fuck himself up. He's all right, man.
They didn't even bother about coming around the other side. They actually watched me go to the porta potty and sit in the porta potty. Call my friend,
Get the fuck out.
and my friend came down. They watched all of it,
Holy shit.
and then they went back to the store. And I now know these officers by name.
Well, I hope so.
You know what I'm saying? I know the officers by name, which was funny because when I went in, I was like, I'm going to jail for a long time now. I wasn't really planning on this one.
Feeling? You're
Well, they called me the next day. They were like, "Don't make us come get you.
Right.
We don't want to come get you." So I was like, "All right, sorry."
We don't want to keep on seeing you fall over fences, homie.
I went down there, man. I went down there and sat down and talked with them and everything, explained my side of the situation, not understanding that they were watching everything on the little screen on video and everything. But the video never had, it didn't have the audio. So I'm explaining this to this cop and everything, and she's looking at the video while she's looking at me, and I'm telling her verbatim about what's going on.
Most definitely.
Right, and she was just like, huh. I was like, yeah, then, and I was like, if you notice, I was like, when you look at the tape, you're going to see me turn around and looking at him going like this, like, please leave me alone.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it took a long time. It wasn't until he started calling me outside of my name till I was just like, okay, dude, I've had enough. I was like, I'm going to bust you up, man.
Yeah, fast.
Please don't. I
got patience on it for so long, man.
And I lost my patience on him, man, and put hands on him. And I felt so ashamed because I let another individual get me to that point. And I don't condone.
What happened to me.
Yeah, I don't condone violence, man. Yeah, I don't condone violence, man. I'm pretty much,
so
like
after you wrapped him up, man, did you go to jail after you fucking?
No, they never took me to jail.
Really?
They ended up calling me the next day. I went down there and talked with them, and they decided not to take me to jail once they understood my side of the story.
That's cool.
And so I ended up going to court. Now, there was some beautiful things that happened in court, because at that time, I was doing Memories of Us, so I was pretty much afraid that I messed up.
Sure.
And I knew, what I'm saying, like this wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And so I was like, man, I'm about to lose everything, man.
Yeah.
I'm about to lose everything. The judge became really cool, man. Became really, really cool. We went through it. They put me through like a little program. I did that. They dismissed my case, and actually
awesome,
gave me the paperwork to seal up my records. So I was like, all right, cool, man. And from there, now the judges and everything. Now they have all my information for the nonprofit as a resource down there with them.
Oh wow, beautiful.
Yeah, so even going through all of that, I have to look at the positive in it.
It turned around.
Yeah, was it meant to happen that way? I'm starting to think it was.
I'm pretty sure.
Right, and so we talk about that as well, man.
I'm pretty sure.
And so you want to do a part 2? Are you tired right now?
I'm good for tattooing tonight, dude.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we'll do a part 2. Shit,
Yeah.
dude. What do you want to do tomorrow? Let's fucking do
Let's
something
do something tomorrow. I hope you. So
You guys,
yeah,
if these cats are down, if these homeboys are down, I mean, yeah, but fuck this 10 a.m. shit. Let's go like 2 o'clock. Then we can actually eat some food.
all right.
We're over here. All of us are starving.
We're here growling,
All
stomachs
grumpy
growling and
shit.
everything. So yeah, man. Thank you for helping.
Most definitely, man.
Off
Thank you.
Kick off season 4,
Well, thank
man.
you, man.
You know what I'm saying? And you guys stay tuned to this because we got a lot more to do. It's a lot more of a story that we didn't get to today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys are around tomorrow, stay tuned in tomorrow. We're going to be doing some more. He's going to be talking a little bit more about his journey and everything, and how he got into really tattooing some really amazing people. Mikey, thank you again.
Thank you, my brother,
Thank
man.
you again.
Fucking
And,
A, man. Thank you for
if
having
y'all
me.
haven't checked it out yet,
Okay,
this is
man,
the tattoo that he just did freehand.
It's a cool freehand cover up. So
So yeah, that's and what a lot of people don't know, that tattoo is special to me. It was a friend of mine who was killed by a skinhead back in the early '90s, and I knew him in my gang days, and this is like a way of me saying, man, I still remember you, I still love you, right? You know, and so yeah, tomorrow tune in. We're going to be doing something else.
All
right.
man.
Until next time.
Shit. Elbows, homie.
Elbow.
Boom.
Until next time, you guys keep your head up.